see what happens when you play with fire?
You get buried. Trust me.
What is up, everybody? Well, we got weird. There we go. What is good?
Sorry, I was like, no.
I don't know what happened there. No, I had the camera's all funky. So anyway, guys, 103 tonight episode, right? How you guys doing? Mario, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? It's been a minute. Good to be back.
It is,
going
man.
on with y'all?
Good. Nah, just chilling. Just chilling. Another
Chilling.
day.
Just
Saturday
chilling.
night. Saturday
Yeah,
night.
man. Definitely, bro.
Yeah. And Rob, what's up, my friend?
I've got multiple projects going at once. Yelling at people on social media.
Oh well, that's that's just another day, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you something. I had a shipping notice from Toys Wonderland this week for something
really?
I think I ordered 2.5 years ago.
You're kidding.
No,
Wow. They
What
actually
figure?
sent you a shipping notice.
they sent me a shipping notice. I think it's the Joaquin Phoenix figure from Gladiator, Commodus. It's a Commodus
nice.
two-pack. And it goes with the Maximus that I got, which is actually really, really good. So I think it's that. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
what is it?
surprised it's-
I don't know.
Jeez.
And what's
Well-
interesting is they sent it to because it's such an old order, I'd forgotten to change my address on the
Oh,
order.
no.
So it's going to go to my old address,
Oh
which is,
man.
but it's okay because I had my Eddie Murphy, my Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley figure. It was sent there, and the guys that are there knew who I was. I showed up at the door, and they're like, "You're Rob Burnett." I went, "Yep." And they're like, "We watch your YouTube show," and I'm like, "Well, I used to live here." And I got this box for you. I'm like, "Thanks, man."
Dude, that's awesome. Well, hopefully you get it. I mean, better late than never.
Yeah, I mean it's DHL. I can probably change the shipping or whatever.
Yeah, most
And then on the flip side of that is I ordered something from Pop Collectibles. I'd never ordered anything from Pop Collectibles before.
Mm.
And they
Interesting.
sent me a shipping notice within 6 hours. I was like, that's the fastest shipping notice ever.
What the hell? Yeah, man. Yeah.
Do you have, Rob, do you have more open orders for Toys Wonderland?
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
I have are they going under?
Well,
you
may God be with you. From what I hear,
Yeah.
they're ditching everybody, man. From what I understand, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
actually
tell me.
don't have any. This is the thing. I got $2,500 credit.
they
And
say. So they
And
need you to
well,
believe.
no, well, yeah, it's still there. The problem is to spend $2,500 credit Toys Wonderland, you're looking at $1,500 in shipping, and I don't have the shipping.
Yeah, that's a bit.
And the thing is, it was cash that I just canceled an order. It was for the Ecto one,
Oh no.
and the reason they had an original Ecto one I was paying off, and then I just when I saw that the shipping was like $1,500, I'm like, I can't afford to pay $1,500 in shipping.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, I know.
You know, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't spend $4,000 on. I mean, I could, but there's other figures to buy.
Yeah, that'd be you ripping yourself off.
Yeah, so I didn't have the cash, and it's been a bummer because they don't let you use they call it store credit, and you can't use it for shipping. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow,
I don't
really?
know. I don't know what's going on with Toys Wonderland, to be honest. I mean, we'll see if this. It's wild to me because there's a few things I pre-ordered that came out and they never sent me. I don't think they ever got them. Like one of the figures I ordered was Ryan Gosling from La La Land, the Seb figure, and the only reason I knew it came out is because on this show, everyone's Lord and Savior Bob Dylan said, "Dude, that came out." I looked, I'm like, that came out a year ago.
Yeah.
And I ordered it from Toys Wonderland, and I looked back and it's in my pre-order thing, and I paid for it already, but they never got it. Toys Wonderland never carried it, and I was like, maybe that's what they sent me.
It's interesting though, isn't it? Because what is going on with those guys? I mean, who knows? Who knows, right?
Well,
Justin
it's
Bale
funny, the
and-
pop collectible thing. I ordered an old Soso Toys figure. I mean, the comedian
Wonder
and,
Twins.
from
No.
Watchmen, and so I ordered it, and they did send it to me I got a shipping note 6 hours later, so that's pretty good. I'd never ordered anything from Toys or Pop Collectibles before, so
Well, hopefully it's still good. I did a couple times, didn't really have the best experience, but some do. I mean, it goes with everybody, I guess. I mean, Toys Wonderland was just as,
To tell you
you know.
whenever I got anything from Toys, I really never had. There were a couple times I had to. The irony is, I never had a problem with Toys Wonderland or Comic Sanctorum. Everything I ordered from them, I got, and I got it. I got it in great. It was really well wrapped. It came in perfect condition, and sometimes I had to nudge them. But like the pre-order for Seb, they never got that, and I had to call. I did contact them about 6 months ago about this Commodus figure. I'm like, yo, because it wasn't cheap.
No, I wouldn't imagine.
It's a 2-pack, and I'm like, it's been like 2 years. I actually, as we're doing this, I think I should go to Toys Wonderland and find out what exactly they ship me. There's a couple of things. I would assume it's that one, but they might not have.
Whoa, Mario's on the beach.
I know. I'm just sitting there messing around with these settings. Did this whole thing change or what? I mean, everything looks so. Oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been like a year since you've been here. So
AI, dude.
No, I'm kidding.
It hasn't been a year.
No, I know. I'm teasing.
He misses me that much, Rob. It's all good. Though.
No. Hey, but you real quick, you're setting up some new display over there too, right? Soon.
Yeah, man. So basically, this weekend I want to take the time. Finally, got myself some garage shelves, dude. So, want to get the statues finally going, man. So today was phase 1 of the plan, in which getting all the shit that I've had sitting here for the longest time out of here, which consisted of like 2 or 3 statue boxes, of the DeLorean box, a bunch of Hot Toys boxes, shit that was just piling up, taking a room, man. So I finally offloaded that into storage.
Tell me.
And then tomorrow I want to take all this shit out. I'm gonna go and break up these cases. I want to see if I can move the cases behind me, put the garage shelves right here where the figures are at, so that way you'll see nothing but statues on this side and the Hot Toys behind me on the wall.
Dude, well, yeah, like if I bring you full screen, right?
Yeah.
Make you a little, so we could see everything right there, clear as day.
Pretty much,
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I can see everything.
Then the statues are gonna be like,
yeah, I'm gonna have them like. So I have just one shelf. I plan on splitting it up in 2, so put one half here, the other half here, right? So there's gonna be like the bottom shelf, the top shelf, just gonna have some statues up there, and then the module cases will be right behind me where you guys see Daenerys. So that whole collection will be, right back there.
dude.
Hopefully soon after that, when everything is finally set up, before I shuffle, I'll go ahead and finally shoot a collection tour and get something out for you guys. And that'll be fun. And then after I get that out, then reshuffle. I don't even know if I want Star Wars in here anymore, to be honest, because I have so much shit that I haven't displayed yet. I finally got the Hall of Armor 1 through 7. I definitely
Well,
want
you
to
can
get that
seasonal, you know what I mean? You can cycle them around and whatnot.
Right.
But I would record this first before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna have a whole new. Dude, it's gonna look awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna look
great.
awesome.
It'll be cool. Man.
I thank you, CT man. Yes, check out Mario on LWO.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Link in the description and
yes,
in the chat.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
And awesome, dude.
I guess it isn't. It isn't this.
No.
Yeah, I guess it isn't my double tyrant set. So I don't know what they've sent me. Which is
Oh,
So you're gonna get a surprise package.
I have no idea. Let me.
Dude. You know what I did? I ordered so
Blitz.
while Rob's digging through the archives, man.
Yeah.
I ordered a fucking. It was pretty cool. I won an auction on a promotional season 1 Stranger Things poster that was before it came out. Remember, it's like it's just a picture of like the bicycles knocked over and like the lights on at night, like outside in the woods. And they never like sold this exactly. I don't know if it was a promotional from somewhere, right? But it's the 27 by 40 inch poster, double sided for like the theaters, right? And that's usually what I get for the light box. And I won it like really cheap, dude. I was like, oh hell yeah, dude. And I waited all day. I moved the table. I got everything cleared out of the way so I could swap the light box. And the USPS was like unable to deliver.
Oh no!
Yeah, right. So
dude.
I couldn't go over to the, you couldn't go that day because it would still technically be with the driver, and then they're closed tomorrow. So I got to go down there Monday to get it. I'm like, really, dude?
Yeah, one more day. Good things come to those who wait, right?
No, well, that's damn sure, man. That's one thing we got, but it's like always happens.
Yeah.
It always happens
I know.
with
That
USPS,
sucks.
dude. I'm like,
That sucks.
yeah, they're like, well, if we can't fit it in your little locker, then we're not coming to your door. And then they
Jeez.
just fail to deliver. I'm like,
Is it because of that, or because like the 3 or 4 crackheads that are like around the corner that they don't want to mess with?
There are 304 crackheads all across the country, dude. I don't think that's it, right? It's not region specific to Arizona or Phoenix. Well, yeah, I mean,
some places more than others, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, some places more than others. But anyway, we're gonna have Brother Cousins joining shortly, and Lael as well, and then we'll talk about some figures and whatnot, guys. So hello to everybody in the chat, guys. There's a lot in the chat, a lot going on tonight. So appreciate everybody tuning in and saying what's up for 103, man. 103. Nice. We were just at 100 3 weeks ago. Time flies, dude. Time flies. So.
Oh, you're talking about the show, the number of the show.
Not the weather, weather, but so.
But they're talking about like how many people are watching right now.
No, I'm sorry. I guess because it's right around that time. No, episode 103. It goes by so quick, man.
Yeah, it definitely does, dude.
Okay, check this out, guys.
Yeah. Let's see.
So the thing that Toys Wonderland says they sent me, the number of the order that they say is not an order I ever placed.
Get out of here! Really?
Oh yeah.
They're still doing that, huh?
Have they done that before?
Yeah, there's been plenty of stories where people have received different orders from what they were supposed to get.
But this number, and it's an old order. It's order 128,322. I'm like, not on my watch.
Not on my watch, sir. On my shit.
One place I can look. Let's see. One place. There's one other place.
Trade Blitz.
Nope, not that.
Wow. Well, maybe you'll just find a random package. I mean,
it's so random. I mean, or I won't get it at all.
That's also possible. So we'll have to check.
But what's really interesting, it says it was shipped, on yesterday. And if I look at my tracking order, enter your tracking number, you get that whole destination service, LA, local time, Hong Kong. It's being handled by DHL Express. I have a tracking number.
See if it updates. I don't know if it's a phantom tracking number.
Well, that's the weird thing. So what is it?
I guess we'll find out in a few days if it moves, which is really weird.
Yeah, Sean in the chat says that's how he got his Mark 85 Iron Man.
Dude, seriously, yeah, man. A few years ago or whenever that thing came out, he ordered the Grant Gustin CW Flash hot toy. And they sent him a Mark 85 Iron Man instead.
Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it was, especially at the time.
I mean, what's really interesting about this, though, is this order number, and just for a point of order. So this order, I would assume that all of their order numbers go up and up and up because they're into the 300,000s. This order number is the lowest number I've ever had. Like order number 1, 2 something is way low maybe it's something I ordered literally 3 or 4 years ago.
Maybe it is like what Renz just said. It is an Ecto one. What if they just actually send it?
What would that be? Freaking hilarious, especially if it goes to like your old house and they're like, dude, there's this giant box here. Like,
I'll take it.
This coffin is here. You want to come get it? Oh my god, that would be freaking hilarious, man. So, I still have that one coming too. But
so I gotta ask this big. I noticed there's this big controversy. I love the fact that the action figure world has become rife with drama. I mean, if it's not the drama about the lighting in the front of the New Wave Toys Coke machine,
what's wrong with this,
dude?
Anyway.
Who knows? I mean, here's what I don't understand. Like somebody's talking about. Mine's great. I can't reach it, but mine's great. People are like, it doesn't get cold enough. I'm like, did you put it? Is there enough? Like, first of all, it's not a real refrigerator, and it does get cold. It cools down enough where I can get a Coke can.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that. I'm like, I don't know if it's maybe your model or you want ice cold.
Yeah, it's like it ain't gonna make ice. But I mean, first of all, if it did nothing, if it was just a piece of plastic, I spent $100 to get the Throne of Wakanda from Hot Toys. It's a chair. It's a plastic chair.
Right.
It was $100. It doesn't do anything.
Doesn't cool down your drinks.
This thing lights up. It has, I haven't even taken them out yet, but for those of you who don't know, this is the best thing ever. Here are the Coke cans.
Yeah,
Oh wow!
Here are the
Look at
Coke
that.
cans that the New Wave thing. Now I haven't even opened these. These are heavy. These feel like they're bullets. You know, they're.
Oh, you can peg somebody with those. Yeah.
By the way, look at the top of them.
Pick somebody, you say.
They have pull
Yeah,
tabs from the 80s. I'm just saying.
Not your term of pegging. I'm talking about.
You said it, bro. I'm just
Hey,
verifying
dude,
what
when you have
said,
somebody
right?
who knows what they're doing, pegging is not such a. It's pretty good.
Rob, my guy.
Take me home, baby. Drive me home.
God.
If you know what you're doing,
In it.
especially after a little Remy, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But you gotta have somebody who's into it. That's all. You
There
gotta
you
have a
go,
lady.
there you
By
go.
the way, a lady showed me. So,
Hey, you know, whatever works, bro.
Oh,
I
keep
don't think
going,
shame
man.
here,
Keep
bro.
going.
Keep going, yeah, Mom.
I'm just saying. All those things were shown to me when I was 22 and she was 30. I'm just saying. That's true, by the way. So these things are.
Women are interesting, aren't they?
These things are. God, it was her idea. I was like, "What you want? What?" It was amazing.
Get on with the cans, bro.
So yeah, here are the cans. But look at these things, and I'm just telling you, and of course, not only that, but you know, like all New Wave toys do, here are your quarters.
Wow.
And so if this did nothing, I mean, these Coke cans go inside the machine, and they get dispensed when you put quarters in.
That's insane. That's insane.
And people are bitching. Oh, I don't like the lighting isn't as it's not as good as it should have been. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I got a new the new Coke machine because I wrote for my high school newspaper when new Coke came out, and I'm like, I gotta have a new Coke machine to put next to my change machine to put next to the. I mean, look at your arcade there.
I mean, I've got the new Coke. Well, you can see them. Yeah, new Cokes right there. And then Ghosts and Goblins came today. So
well, you know what? You can't. They're making more, but I didn't pre-order Ghosts and Goblins, and you can't get it yet.
Oh well, just like how you get the Coke machine, right? Like, so the way New Wave does their products is if you guys are on the newsletter, you'll get first dibs first, and then it'll go to the retailers like Sideshow and Big Bad and stuff, and then after the remaining stock. Then it goes up on their site.
Yeah, but like I pre-ordered the cigarette machine.
Did they actually give you like a set of dollar bills as well? I mean, I saw a video from Oilers that he was demoing this machine. He's trying to put like little dollar bills, you know, inside of
the to be honest, it does. Yes, it does.
It comes with $2, but they don't work.
But you can actually put the coins in and it lights up.
Oh yeah, the coins work, dude. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
so it also comes
those little things that they don't have to do that they
it
actually
also
just
comes with
make
these.
it happen. That's insane.
It comes with dollar
That
bills.
is so cool, man. Wow.
Which, by the way, is illegal to make fake money.
Well,
but it's
I mean,
6 scale.
You know,
it's not 1-to-1. It's not like anyone's gonna try to use it.
Yeah.
But this is pretty good 6 scale money.
Yeah, I mean, look at
look at that.
Yeah. I think Enart's got a stash with the Joker. Hot Toys has done them too a few times.
Yeah, man. So I guess that's. I mean, if that was the drama you're talking about, I mean,
no, the big drama is the Jedi Starfighter. Did it get enough pre-orders?
I just had Yost on Wednesday, Thursday.
I know, but now they're saying the pre-orders are disappointing, or something.
Oh, I haven't touched base since he was on the show the other day.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is almost $2,000, and I think people will work up to it. Like their initial pre-orders, I think, fell short.
Well, I mean, they didn't close the pre-order, did they? It's
no. But the initial days, I mean, it's going to take people. Like they got to get the cash.
Well, that too, but I think the more that Yost comes on and just gives the community updates as to what's going on and how they may have improved it and stuff like that, and also too, when the pre-orders are start to closing, that's when more interest will also pick up as well.
Yeah,
that happens all the time.
Wrist
pegs. That's exactly what we were talking about. What did you think we were talking about?
Right? We ate that. I love Yost. I love everything he's doing. I like how he started and where he is now, right? But and I talked to him about this on the show the other day as well. If you guys didn't watch it, go check it out, man. It was pretty cool to pre-order on that. But
almost made me get a freaking 89 Batmobile, dude.
Wow, dude,
With all the
89
updates.
looks so fucking good. I mean, here's the thing though, right? The 89, just like the Starfighter, they're renders. So we as fans, right? And customers who've already had some of his products know going in, right, what we're going to expect. But a lot of people, they got to see a real product. I mean, that's just the nature of it. I mean, if so
it's a big ass to put down up front without an actual physical product to demo.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if pre-orders aren't as high as you would expect, I mean, I think that's likely going to be one of the reasons.
Well, it's I would say this, like, I have the snow speeder. It's incredible. I love it. There are people that were complaining that it's not weathered enough. And to me, it's like if they had weathered it like a lot, people would have bitched. And if you want to weather it yourself. Bring up the grab your old airbrush and do it. But for me, for what it is, I think it's phenomenal. It's a great piece. So
I have a couple of friends of mine. I know you have it. CT in the, my bro in the chat, he's got one. I know the weathering isn't as what some may like, but I also know that I still think it looks good.
It looks fantastic.
I don't know.
I mean, here's what I find really interesting about, like, on one hand, when you're building a snow speeder and here's the funny thing, the miniatures, the proportions, and they've got the same problem with the Jedi Starfighter. In real life, there was a scale issue because getting two figures into a snow speeder model that looked accurate to the snow speeder models in the movie was really difficult. The proportions were wrong. And, like, where does an R2 unit go in a Jedi Starfighter?
Well, I mean, no, I cannot. In Obi-Wan, they crammed everybody in a snow speeder.
Well, I mean, it's so, maybe it's like Buck Rogers in the 25th century. They had the Thunder Fighters that had single cockpits, but then there was one that had like two people next to each other. But yeah, where do they sit in a snow speeder? And also, but if you look at a Jedi Starfighter, you see that it has an R2 unit on the side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, where does all you really have is the head?
And that's what we kind of talked about on the show with him was. And it kind of molded where you can fit like half, like, or if he creates his own unit to incorporate it.
Well, that's what's
see what he's got yet. So,
but what's really interesting is if you watch Revenge of the Sith, when R2 when they land in Grievous's ship, and Obi-Wan and Anakin land, and you see R2 eject, and from the Starfighter and land or whatever. Mm-hmm. There's no way that an astromech droid could fit in that ship.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally is
height-wise.
Right. Yeah, it can't. And you never see, like, you don't, from the top and then the feet that extend down, like, what are you supposed to do? And if you're looking for an actual, like, maybe somebody has a picture in the visual guide or something, and I like that ship. I like that little Jedi Starfighter. I like the one in Attack of the Clones better, like Obi-Wan's dart-shaped ship, because the Jedi Starfighters in Revenge of the Sith they're so tiny. It's almost like it's hardly anything more than an actual suit. You're in a little tiny cockpit. It's still cool. I really like that. I have smaller die-cast models of those, but I want to get that big one because it's cool. But
I think they're gotta have some level of flexibility, right? Because movie magic, right? I mean,
right, but doesn't aren't people are gonna want to be able to put their pot toy R2 in there?
It's not gonna happen.
Well, I know, but isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Like here you've got a vehicle, and they'll make it great, and they'll make it as great as it can be, but yet because the actual reality of the process. There's no way to put an action figure that's actually the proper astromech droid can fit in that, because the thing, when you're watching it in the movie, it's impossible.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna be.
And they had the same problem with the snow speeder. Was how do you fix that? And it's crazy, man.
Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, Desi modded his. Shout out to my buddy Desi out there. I don't know if he's in here right now or not, but Metamorphic Customs, dude, he weathered the shit out of that snow speeder, dude. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it looks it does, but you can just say your snow speeder hasn't seen that much battle.
True. Yeah, I guess
Off the line.
you could do that. What about you though, Mario? Was that nothing that you were considering, the snow speeder or the starfighter? I mean,
The snow speeder I was actually interested in, but then when I finally came to the sense that it's freaking 3 feet by 3 feet, and I think of my display space, that's while it's nice, I love the idea of it, but I also have the Black Series version, and that fucker's huge. So to having a 6 scale, for me, to be honest, it doesn't make sense, for me. I mean, I'll appreciate it in everybody else's collection, and I think it looks fantastic. But that's something I feel like I can't display personally.
Dude, me neither. I couldn't.
I'll make the room for a statue though, but not a vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, Dinesh, well, if people won't get it, it's because the size of the N1 is bigger. I mean, but somebody
and that makes me
want an N1.
Yeah, who the hell's gonna? Not me. It ain't gonna happen.
I don't even know how could they make okay, Jedi interceptors. Yeah, I don't even know how can they make an N1. I mean, that would be huge.
Yeah, it's 6 feet tall or 6 feet long, isn't it?
Yeah. What up, Fat Batman? Dude, I don't. Fuck it. But someone's gonna buy it, right? Isn't that what everybody said all year? If
it's
an N1 gets made,
gonna appeal, to that certain demographic. But
yeah,
I think a lot of us in here say that we'll get it. But hey, there he is.
Hey, what's up, Desi? He is here. What's up, man? Yeah, dude, go check out Desi's. I'll just time out real quick, guys, because there's like 130 in here. Go check out Desi Metamorphic Custom, and you to see how he weathered that snow speeder. It's freaking awesome, dude. But I'm sorry, Mario. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the likelihood of everybody saying that they actually want it, the likelihood of anybody actually getting it is I think it's very low.
Yeah, somebody will get it, but I don't think a ton of people. Right, 6 feet long. I mean, I don't know where we're gonna put that.
You know who I know would get it absolutely was 12-inch Moonstream. That man's got space.
He'll get it.
I'm sure he would get it.
Hey, shout out to Lumi as well. Are you a New York?
Hey,
I know a lot of people are New York.
Yeah, she was. She was earlier.
A lot of people shooting footage and pictures, and
she had pictures with our so that was actually cool to see.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, she's out there. A lot of people are out there. So I did not go. New York's too far, man.
Next year, dude, let's make it happen. Come on, let's go. I'm down.
To New York?
Yep. It's New York, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but we're so West Coast and they're so East Coast, and
exactly.
Will we vibe? I mean,
of course we'll vibe, man. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
We got people out there to go see, dude. Come on.
Yeah, no, it would be. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot. The other half or more are East Coast. So
yeah, you want to go see Miguel. Also too, dude. So why not,
dude? And then P-Rock and
P-Rock, Lou out there.
Yeah, a lot of people are out there. Yeah. Well, at any rate, guys, I don't know. That's unfortunate if he didn't quite hit the mark that he was expecting for the Starfighter. But I mean, give it time. Maybe people will pop up and order it. I don't know. Not for me. It's just too big, and I'm not a big prequel fan. Like if I was gonna, like I said, if I was gonna get something, it would have been the snow speeder. It would be the snow speeder before the Starfighter, if that makes sense.
Sure. How's that Falcon cockpit treating you, dude?
Decent, man. I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I mean, it could be a little weathered. I mean, as the snow
again with the weathering, huh?
Right? But I'm not. But I like it. I mean, where else am I going to have a 6-scale Falcon?
Here's the thing. Like, you could paint it and make it more accurate, but it's not like it's got the rest of the Millennium Falcon attached to it. So it really doesn't, like, more weathered how? Has it been flying through space? I mean, and then there's the way I get it, because I'm making the I'm doing the fan home Falcon.
Right.
And and I've been getting all the secondary market stuff. And I don't have very many pieces of it, but I've been painting it as I go, and making it as accurate as possible to the Empire Strikes Back version. But
I would just say, go ahead.
Well, to me, for instance, I don't, making a screen accurate Millennium Falcon, it's like screen accurate to what? Are you going to say that it's because there's an insignia that's above, that's outside of the ship, right on the top of the cockpit, and that only exists in A New Hope. If you want to, and so, but I'll put that on there anyway because it looks cool, and when you do want to try and make it as close to accurate as possible, but there's many different ways you can paint the Millennium Falcon that look similar.
That's what I was gonna say really, because I forgot is CT. We talked about that before, where he brought up that point where it was like, well, the thing is with Yosts is, if you really wanted to weather it up, you could really kind of paint it to whatever Falcon you want to, if you wanted to, right? I'm not.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, I don't want to paint something if I buy it, but that's the point, though, right? Like, if you wanted to kind of doctor it up a bit more.
Well, also,
whatever you want.
It's like a toy. It's not supposed to be a totally accurate prop. I mean, I know when 𝗕𝗏𝗓 when he reviewed it, when he first got his, he ripped on it and he talked about how it was. And I'm like, this is a garage kit, third party, unlicensed thing. And as you know, when you first got yours, opened it up and plugged it in, tell me you didn't go bananas when you saw those lights come on.
I don't know. I mean, I did. I think it's cool as shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's asking you, man.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Like when you first plug that light in and those lights illuminate in the cockpit.
Yeah. What was your reaction to that?
Dude, I was like, it's Star Wars.
It was the you're looking at a thing and I'm like, this is so cool. I mean, I'm like, this is so awesome. I made a Instagram video of me. It's on my page when I first got it like 2 years ago. And I first plugged it in. I couldn't believe it. Now, I wasn't in there with a fine-tooth comb going, is this exactly accurate? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
well, I mean, I used my macro lens and I got some really zoomed in shots. And
yeah, it looks, it looks great. It. I mean, I love, and that's the whole thing. It's like when it's sitting on a shelf, it does what it was designed to do. Yes. And if you want to make it more accurate, you can. And people say, well, I don't want to paint a toy. Well, no toys are accurate. What was the last toy that anyone ever bought that is perfectly accurate? They're never perfectly accurate because they can't be perfectly accurate. So,
I would almost say this 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗏 Gandalf.
Well, okay, but that's designed to be perfect. Like that's 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗏's thing. Is they're like, we're making the most perfect thing.
I don't know. Someone disagree with you, Ant, about missing the screen printed liner on the pants.
I don't know about screen printed liner on the pants because I didn't research in that great detail on the characters in the show or the movie, but
here's the thing.
But I get your point, though.
It comes down to this: the whole philosophy behind what you're getting. So, like, if you look at that 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗏 Gandalf, and I don't have mine yet, but everyone's pictures, it's pretty amazing. I mean, on a shelf, it looks to me, it's all about the face sculpt, and it looks like Gandalf.
I'm going to tell you right now.
It's in the Kellen. I'm down the 6 scale.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude. Whoever is like thinking that 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗏 is not great, look, I'm just saying, dude. Can you see this?
Kind of barely, sort of.
Now you can,
bro.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, look at that,
yeah, dude,
bro.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say, dude. I don't know what else to say.
But that's the funny thing, because we talk about it on this show all the time. I mean, first of all, it's not 1-to-1.
No,
so
it's
not 1-to-1. So every single thing, even the fabric you're seeing, is not perfectly accurate because it can't be. You can't have the same. You have to figure out what does the fabric look like shrunk down to 6 scale. You can't use the actual fabric. Nothing can be actual because it's shrunk down to 6 scale. So already it's not accurate. So the idea that you're demanding perfection, I mean absolute perfection on a 6 scale figure, is impossible.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, but damn close, right? It's crazy that, like, I've heard people say that and just like, oh, it's not going to be that good, or this or that, or it's like, dude, I don't know. I don't even know how to I can't compare it, dude. Like the 2-pack Joker was really good. wasn't my cup of tea, but only because I'm not collecting Dark Knight.
I haven't
stuff,
even opened mine yet. I haven't even taken the cellophane.
It's a beautiful figure. Mario has it. I mean, most of us,
Yeah.
you know, it's you know, but I wasn't hyped for it, right? Because I'm not I like Heath Ledger, but I'm not a fan of that trilogy, so I didn't get that hype.
Plus,
Like
I'd already
did
bought
Lord
like
of the Rings.
4 Hot Toys of that figure over the years. I had the first
Yeah.
DX version. I had the bank robber Joker that's right here. That one day will go to Brother Cousins. First one, it's right there. Here
It's
it
an
is.
ongoing
Yeah.
bit right there, man.
Yeah, that'll be real quick though, I do have a super chat, my man. Thank you, Batman Collectibles, for the $10 super chat, brother. He says, I have the Jazz Inc. 89 Batwing, and it's huge. It really is. I really question why I bought it. Well, because your name is Batman Collectibles, so you know. I'd be
There you go.
perfectly happy if Hot Toys or Jazz did it in 12th scale. That alone would be big enough.
Didn't Hot Toys actually tease a 12
They did.
scale version of it?
Yep.
They did tease it. Recently, right? Like last year.
I think so. One of the times they did. Actually.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those. Thank you, my man. But yeah, dude, it's huge. It's huge. I know Bob Dylan has one. A couple other people. Like, it's just 12 scale could probably work that way.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm just saying in general, like, just to that point, I don't. You talk about trauma and all this kind of shit. I see it a lot, everywhere, and it's just like I hear a lot of people kind of ragging on InArt, and I'm like, but do you own it? Did you get anything? Do you have any other figures? Well, no. I'm like, well, then you have no frame of reference, man. Like, that's how I look at it, right? Like, because I mean, I don't know how many figures we all have. We have figures from I don't know how many different companies.
A lot.
So yeah, I'm like, dude, but it's up there, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get Aragorn and Christopher Reeve 2-pack, and dude, I'm stoked.
Me
So,
too.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. It's a great time to be a collector, man. There's people all across the board making awesome stuff from all different IPs, man. Yeah, dude, InArt's teasing the 12 scale figure now. Interesting. So, we'll see how that goes. They showed off that Dark Knight,
vehicles,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they even gonna do vehicles though, right? Because they were like, "Oh, well, we're gonna do a DeLorean." But then John was like, "Well, I kind of saw that written on a whiteboard, so I'm like, well, what does that mean?"
Who knows? It's still it's too early to tell what they're actually gonna do, man.
Yeah. I'm fine with it. Just make figures, dude. Vehicles are already like too much as it is, right? Like, this was the year of the vehicles. Like, we're getting bombarded with so much shit. AJ though, my man, what's up, AJ, man? Thank you for the $5, brother. He says, I see the thing, I like the thing, I buy the thing. Perfection is a lie. Can we as a community get rid of this perfection real collector kick? It's played out.
Yes.
That sounds like someone who's not a real collector. Thank you, AJ. He knows I'm fucking with him. I'm teasing. Thank you, brother. No, I agree with him.
I mean, it's such a lame. I think it's. I understand. Theoretically, I would be behind it, but the arguments that I see with people, I mean, to me, it's like, okay, if you don't like it, don't buy it.
100%.
If you're complaining about someone's undergarment not being the exact undergarment that was used in the film, I guarantee you, I'm sure there was multiple undergarments created over the course of filming those movies, and I worked on the special features. So it's like, what are you talking about?
Right?
No,
you're right. I don't think so. And we talked on Jay's show Thursday about that too. Like, real collector and all that is bullshit. Like, whatever you collect, man. No one's buying your shit but you. So
is that a new thing? That if you're not a real collector unless you prefer 100% accuracy?
No, just like the finer weird points of like Rob, are you a collector, man? I mean, you got some figures behind you, but like, are you really? Like, that was what I'm saying. Like, some people are just like, it's like, whatever, dude. It's like, you buy whatever you want, man. Everybody starts somewhere. We all started with one figure at some point. If you're talking 6 skills.
Well, yeah, people always accuse me of being a Star Trek gatekeeper because I prefer good Star Trek, not terrible Star Trek that we've been getting for the last 6 years. I won't get into that, but I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not keeping you from buying anything or watching anything you want. Do whatever you want. I'm not gonna,
of course.
But it's so weird. The whole you're a fake fan. Well, is there a test? Do I need to get a fan card? Where do I get my? Do I have to go to like maybe we should start a. Instead of the DMV, we should start the Department of FC, the Department of Figure Collecting, and you have to take a test. As a matter of fact, who better than us to start this? And we can start, we should start a Department of Figure Collecting. And if you want your license to collect, the DFC, the Department of Figure Collecting, and you know what?
All right.
You're not a real figure collector until we've given you a license to collect.
Until we vetted you, right?
Yeah. And you have to take a test that we're going to write, an online test. And if you can't answer all these questions about the characters, that not just the characters you collect, but we're going to go deep into Hot Toys history.
Wow.
And if you don't know Hot Toys history, if you don't know who sculpted this Tony Stark head, you don't get your license.
So it's like the keepers of the gate then, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we are the keeper. We should be self-appointed gatekeepers. If you want to call yourself a real figure collector, if you don't have our Department of Figure Collecting license, you're not a real figure collector.
You know what's going to happen in 20 minutes? Someone's going to take this whole conversation completely out of context, clip what you just said, throw it up on the internet, and say, here's an example of toxicity.
I hope they do. And they should.
Or they'll steal the idea.
Yeah,
and try to run with it.
That too. There you go.
Yeah, but
it's a coin toss, man.
But the thing is, we do it like Upper Deck does. Like our you have to have our special
hologram.
Hologram.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
If you don't get the department, if you don't get this Department of Figure Collecting hologram from us,
official.
It's not official. And by the way, our Department of Figure Collecting documents have special things on them that only they can show to us they're legit. Like, you can't counterfeit a Department of Figure Collecting license.
Rob is spitting gold right now, man. He really is,
dude.
And I'm telling you, I mean, I don't care if you have 10,000 figures and everything Hot Toys has ever made. If you don't have a Department of Figure Collecting license that we've issued to you, you're not a real collector. You're not a real collector. And I don't.
What do you guys think in the chat? Thumbs up.
Put up a poll.
Put up a poll. Oh,
I mean, the thing is, if why shouldn't we do that? And we charge for it too.
Not DFC.
And by the way, the only way you can actually get in is you have to send the three of us each a figure. That's the fee.
So now
there's no monetary fee to get a Department of Figure Collecting thing. You have to send each one of us a figure, but we're not going to tell you what figure we want or need. It's a shot in the dark, and if you don't send if you don't send all three of us each a figure that we want, you don't get your.
Wow! So it's fun. Look, I put a poll in the chat, bro. Where 59% are like, yes, make the DFC.
No, I'm going to rescind that. You don't have to send us figures.
No,
but you do have to pass our test. You do have to pass our test.
Oh, okay. So you anchored and adjusted right there. You're like, that's too difficult. No, I can't. Okay, I'll
and Blazing Asian wants free wrist pegs. If there's one thing El Professor and I know, we'll make sure you get the pegging you need.
Hey, that's a special perk indeed.
It is a special perk indeed.
Oh my God, I need Jay and Lael in here. I don't know.
Do you though?
No, of course not. No, but they'll be here soon.
No, but I mean, in all seriousness, the idea that we have to only we can decide whether you're a real collector.
Yeah, it's bullshit, right? It's
I don't know. Rob sold me pretty good, man. I'm starting to dig that idea, man.
Well, I mean, it would be kind of fun as a fun thing, like all of our little action figure 1/6 scale, man. Like we could have we should have a Department of Figure Collecting.
You would call it like a collector fan club or something.
Yeah, that'd be the fan. And we can call it the department, and we'll have merch. And if you want to get
sounds fucking,
well, no, it's got to be the Department of Figure Collecting. No, it's got everything has to look like it's legit from the U.S. government. Because wouldn't that be cool if we had T-shirts and swag you could buy, and then maybe we could actually the goal would be to actually create our own figure. Hire a sculptor and actually make a department, like create our own superhero figure. We can have a contest. Who's going to design the character? So it would be the home. It's the Department of Figure Collecting.
We got to urban trademark this
agent. Like what would that look like, and we could have a contest to design that figure, and then once whoever wins the contest gets the prototype, gets the first one, and then we could actually manufacture it and you could buy it, like So Toys or something.
Well, then we have to have like CT603 be like in charge of the interview process.
Yeah. Well, that would be
right,
the fun thing. I mean, like we could get like Bob Dylan would be in charge of
the chef.
Bob Dylan would have to approve all of the accessories,
Oh, okay.
and so we would have all the different people. Like we could get every main YouTuber would be part of the department of figure collecting. That would all, like the credits that you're on, Anthony, on the X06 figures. We'd have all these famous all the YouTubers in the action figure space that were part of this could have their name approving stuff. Okay. So when you bought the figure, you'd get from the department of figure collecting would be a group, but then we would actually make
40 votes in on the poll right now. We're at 60-40 in favor of
That's
yes.
hilarious.
This is amazing.
I share 𝗕𝗔𝗦𝗛𝗘's sentiment. I'm excited, but
also scared.
Oh man, what is up, Lael? How are you doing, my man? Welcome to Saturday night. Take your time.
Lael, do you know that you've just been he
can't hear anything yet. Yeah.
I hear you. I'm just
okay.
I can't hear you through these.
Do you know what you've just been appointed to?
No.
Okay, so here it is, Lael. Lael Rockwell, the 1/6 scale man. We have just created on this show the Department of Figure Collecting. And this show right now that you're on, it's just been created. So the Department of Figure Collecting is a group of fans, and we're creating our own division. It's like a governmental division, the Department of Figure Collecting. You have to take a test to get in to see if you're a real collector. But what we're going to do is we're going to manufacture our own figure, like a So Toys figure. We're going to create a new character.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be, we have to come up with a name, but he's going to be the head of the Department of Figure Collecting. And we're going to make a 6 scale figure, and everybody's got to decide, like we all have to have an approval process. Like we all have to weigh in on the head sculpt. And then each person, like Lael, you have to decide what division of the Department of Figure Collecting do you want to head up?
What?
You have to, okay, so
in disbelief. Rob is doing an amazing job of making it sound so.
Rob's got it all in his head.
He's had this written out for years, man.
I know,
this is way too detailed.
We're doing it. We just have to figure out the 1/6 scale man. Like, what are you like part of? Like Bob Dylan's the head of accessories.
Okay.
Bob Dylan is like the Q from the James Bond movies. He's like Q branch. All the accessories for your figure comes from Bob Dylan.
Yeah, as he should be.
Whatever you. So you have to decide if he's in charge of accessories. You have to decide what part of what is your department within the Department of Figure Collecting. What is your department within that? Do you want to be like in charge of boots? Because you like shoe wear. So all shoe wear that we use 6 scale shoe wear, whether it's sneakers, whether it's kicks or boots or whatever, you're in charge of the boots. Well, you don't have to be. You can be whatever you want. So they all have to be approved by you.
Oh man, he's frozen. And you gotta let's work on a logo, distribute it to all of us.
Yeah.
We'll get it stamped on all of our shows. We'll have like a watermark in the corner.
I mean, that would be the point. How fun would that be? The Department of Figure Collecting.
That would be amazing.
And everybody gets to be like, what's your division? Like El Profesorio, you might be your division might be history. So the history of action figures could be since you're the professor, that's your division. The history of action figures. That means you have to be able to opine on Mego and Star Wars and whatever and go back.
Yeah.
6 scale Mafia is clearly security because he's Mafia. So he's had a security department.
Yeah, that could work. Mario's in charge of the rooted beard, Renz.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Yeah, the shoes works perfect for Lael, man, because we know how much he loves feet. So that works.
Well, but he has a whole collection. But see, how cool would it be if part of the Department of Figure Collecting that we created a line of 6 scale footwear? Like you could buy you could buy footwear, just footwear. So we do a whole thing of sneakers, like the history. You go back and you do Adidas, you do like whatever figures you'd want. You'd make a 6 scale line of shoes.
We'll do it just DFC line of shoes. Man.
Like I want a 6 scale bar. You know, I want a bar. I want somebody to make me like a nightclub or a really nice bar, and a bar that's like, you know, like this big, and it's got a bar, and then you can buy all the different booze in the bar, and like imagine a bar where you could and you got the bar with the stools and stuff in the background, but then you have to buy everything that goes in the bar. So you need a bunch of 6 scale booze bottles. Like, you know, you'd buy cases of beer and it would come with, you know, whatever. I mean, you can buy this stuff now, but the Department of Figure Collecting has you covered.
There you go.
Well,
let's make it happen.
We could get it going.
So, I've probably stretched this bit a little thin, but still.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. No Oilers. I just saw your thing. Well, I'll give Lael a second to rejoin, and I'm sure Jay will be here at some point. So then we'll shoot the shit on some figure talk here in just a moment. I think maybe Lael's rebooting or something, but
dude, we're almost an hour in and we haven't discussed the figure yet, have we?
Well, you know what? Because we're gonna breeze right by them.
We're brainstorming, yeah, man.
I think we're gonna breeze through some of them. Some more than others. It was like, yeah, bye bye. I don't know. Something probably happened to his connection, but hey guys, 140 in the chat, man. Let's be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to El Professor if you have not already.
I bet all 140 would sign up to be part of the Department of Figure Collecting.
Well, we're getting close. I mean, we've got 63% of the votes.
We should mention that it looks like we may be looking for some IT people as well. You know, how about with Lael's connection and possibly some of ours as well.
We need IT, and we need a graphic designer.
Yeah. We'll do it.
So submit your resumes and we'll consider everyone.
Yeah, man, you'll get college credit. We could all make that happen somehow.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, dude, we should just do it just to do it. That's incredible. I love that idea,
dude.
Well, there's no reason why we couldn't.
No, there isn't.
I mean, we probably have better shipping practices than Toys Wonderland.
Well, you're not wrong about that.
I mean, I have to say, 6 Scale Mafia does a great job sending stuff. It's always, you really do. Prompt, you get stuff, you send it out. It's great.
I do my best as soon as I have it. So, but you know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Always. You got to. You have to. Yes, and also Rob, my friends, if you have not as well. In the mid-sentence, links are in the description as well. Thank you, CT, my man, for dropping links in the chat as well, dude. Can I be HR? I have experience. I mean, yeah. I don't...
Submit a resume.
Yeah.
Disco Mafia at
resume.
DFC.com.
No, you can send it to Mario at HR.
Well, at least let's get the domain going. We got DFC.
Yeah. Department of
that would be hilarious. Blitz, to answer your question though, real quick, my man, I will be doing I'm going to be doing a review on it this week as soon as I have some time for the Ghosts and Goblins, man. So I kind of want the ghouls and ghosts too, man, because they're so unique though, uniquely different cabinet wise.
I know the blue is nice,
but this is cool, and I like the coin op. You know, the color of the coin op's a little bit different, and you know, I must say their new anti-glare really works, because you can't even see that the screen is on, like, compared to the others. You look in here, like the light, it's hard to explain, but dude, it's so I don't know, man. Do I need 2 of them?
The answer to the question is always yes. If you're asking, do I? The answer is
yeah. I guess you're right, because they're so uniquely different, man.
I'm always right. The answer is yes.
Okay. We'll take Rob's word for it as scripture. I'll get a second one as soon as I can. No, because they look so different. They look so different. They're so cool. I don't know where Lael is. I'm not really sure what's going on with Jay. So you know what? Yeah, we are an hour in, man. 150 in the chat. Let's bring up Hera from Hot Toys.
This is a pretty great looking figure, I have to say.
Dude, I gotta say, man, when I woke up and saw the news of this actual post, I could have sworn that I was looking at a promo shot of the actress herself.
Yeah, dude.
This looked exactly. This is insanely lifelike. I mean, look at the details in her face and the eyes. You know, the redness around. It's insane. They did an amazing job with this.
Yeah,
they did.
Mark,
real quick, Leo, you back? You okay? Nope,
But-
he's not doing. He's yeah. Yeah, take your time, bro.
Yeah. When I looked, I looked at this figure, Mario, and I was just like, wait a minute. I had to click on it to make sure it was a Hot Toys figure.
Yeah.
I was like, is this really a Hot Toys figure?
It is.
By the way, you do know that that's Ewan McGregor's wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
How cool is that? Get Obi-Wan and Harrison.
Keep the Star Wars in the family.
Do they dress up together at home?
Well, I mean, you know,
or is it just kind of like, I already know that's your character, so
yeah.
I wonder. How you doing, Lil?
I can hear y'all. I'm just trying to. I can't. It's not coming through my headset. So
We
I'm
can
just
hear
trying to
you though.
fix
You
that
sound
here.
good.
Wow, it's not going through. Okay. Well, if you can, I'll let you kind of futz with it. This is, I mean, look, when I saw it too, and Mario, I know you were talking on your show the other night as well. That like, it's hard, right? You're like, I don't know if I really want to get into the Ahsoka line, but then they drop Sabine and she looks fantastic, and now Hera looks fantastic. So it's.
I really think that they're putting out some of their best artists, with this particular line. Everything was damn good. Sabine, when she first dropped the head sculpt, the details in her hair, I mean, everything. She looked incredible. And then Chopper dropped. Chopper looks just like Chopper, man. He's absolutely amazing. And now we see another one. So me personally, I think it's 3 for 3, and I really need to cut back. I really do. I'm trying to refocus just on the original trilogy and Troopers only, to be honest. But everything that I'm seeing so far that's been released from this line is making it very difficult to try to not get into it. Aesthetically they look amazing, but I do worry about all the pleather
too. I mean,
I do worry about all the pleather bits that are on Hera. To be honest, with that jacket,
there's a lot of pleather on her.
Yeah, with her belt, with her holster, everything else, her goggles that are holding up her Leiku and everything. It's just it is a little bit worrisome, given my personal experience that I've had with some of these pleather pieces over here flaking and things like that. But I guess if everyone stays on top of conditioning or treatment, then perhaps you can prolong the process. But I believe it's bound to happen anyway. But even more so depending on where you live, as well. But it's still, when I see stuff like this, it still makes me wish that they would still use genuine leather, right? Which will still need to be treated anyway. But still, I still kind of question their materials that they actually use. But aside from that, man, it looks fantastic. Beautiful.
No, I
beautiful
agree.
figure.
I agree. I wish they would do stuff like that, but I mean, Hot Toys is gonna be Hot Toys, man. How you doing, Lale? Can you hear us okay now?
Yeah, it's fine. It's because we're experiencing like some really rainy weather over here, so it could be interfering with the internet a little bit. So I've been in and out, but I'm good now. I'm good.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, we also, guys, I'll get back to Hera here in just a moment, but we also have Brother Cousins in the building.
Hey, showed up.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
My friend, how are you?
Sorry for being late. Sometimes it just
Well, you sound like you had a good night.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good night. Had a good night.
It's a good night. Forgot to chose his mic.
Is it? Oh yeah, your mic's not on.
Yeah,
This son of a dude. It's not me.
Same
It
problem.
is
Same problem, bro.
Dude, it
Guys,
is
Are you guys
whatchamacallit. It's
both on
talk.
Apple?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I had the same
Is there a
problem.
weird
I had to
keyword?
switch over because it just, you have to switch it, and sometimes you have to go out to come in because it's not connecting to this program. It's weird.
I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Well, when Jay gets back, we'll continue on with the hot toy talk. But Lale, I mean, if you're working and all is good, man, how are you tonight, my man?
I'm doing good, man. I had a long day. I had a lot of things I had to do today, man, and it was, like I said, rainy. I finished up this project, the project I was working on last night. I finished it up this morning, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, man, it's I've been up. Like, I'm tired, literally tired. Like, after I got off the show, last night, Mario, I didn't go to bed until 6 in the morning.
You're kidding, dude. Wow.
Wow.
I was up
Stayed
all
just
night
working, man. Down.
and then woke up like around 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Bro, you told us last night that you had to get up early in the morning. Jeez, I didn't realize that you stayed up till early.
I
in the
never
morning.
went to bed.
God.
Never went.
Holy crap. I can't do it, man. As I get older, I'm like, I used to be able to.
Jay knows when it's a project, especially if it's audio engineering, you don't have a choice. You got to get that done because there's deadlines.
Yep.
And especially when that bread is on the line, you got to meet it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Dude,
Especially when you're dealing with like those, I've had a pleasure to deal with, some majors, and no, it's just not an option. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, and actually, some of the major players are actually more forgiving than some of the indies.
Independent, yeah, they are. They're way more. Way more forgiving than independent. Independents, because the thing is, they work harder. They have something to prove.
That's
so
right.
for them, yeah.
Yep. And they also don't have the kind of deep pockets either.
That's true. Yep. No.
Yeah. Jeez, man. Well, Jay, you're good now. Your mic's good. Everything's good.
Can you guys hear me now? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, sounds better.
There we go.
Better.
Yeah,
I think you sound better.
It was like when I first came in, the mic was chosen, but it was choosing the wrong camera. Then it chose the right camera. Then it didn't choose the mic.
Same thing.
Jeez. Okay. Well, let's just bring this back up then for a little, because we were briefly talking about this. I know I didn't really have much of a chance this week to discuss. But I, like Rob, when I first saw it, I was like, God damn, like that looks.
My third imaginary baby mama. Okay.
Yeah.
Imaginary. Sorry, Obi-Wan. Sorry.
Should I make a new wrist peg joke?
Mario and Rob been talking about pegging all night, so the party's just getting started. Now there's 5 of us.
Getting started.
Is that the
Yeah, but look, I mean, dude. So yeah, I mean, for me, I was like, oh shit, this looks fucking great, man.
It does.
Yeah, it really does.
It does.
Mario was saying it's some of their best work so far. I mean, I would, some of their older stuff's still great, but I mean, of course it'll always be. But like as a new stuff, 2023, I feel like so far with Sabine and Hera, I'm like, holy shit, these are.
Do they have a choice? Do they have a choice right now?
They don't.
No, they have no choice right now, bro. Them and any other company right now has zero choice. They have to. They have no choice, but they have to basically make up the par pieces right now, bro. Because, again, when you have companies, and I hate to basically use them like that because it is what it is, but when you have, companies like, and art that are coming through and creating these incredible pieces, bro, it kind of forces your hand. But I think that Hot Toys is proving, that they are here to stay, that they've been there for a minute, and there's reasons for them to be on the top like that. But again, man, like this, when I saw it the first time, bro, I was like last night, I was talking, like Toya saw it first. And she was like, yo, is she going to be, cosplaying at Comic-Con? It's like, is this her at Comic-Con right now? It's like, nah. It's like looking at it, and I saw this Hot Toys logo. I was like, no, this is a figure. What the fuck? And I looked at it.
That's how I felt about it too.
Yeah, bro. I looked at it because I was like, yo, I thought, and the thing is, which it's creepy good. And it's almost like, yo, did they actually just pull her likeness off the internet and slap it somewhere, maybe shape it to this figure? Because that's how good it looks. Yeah. But then it has me questioning, like, yo, like, why is it so hard? Or is it a licensing issue? It could be, but why is it so hard for them? As easy as they can get this right, Sabine as well. Granted, I know that if we possibly get a, Ahsoka the White, that head sculpt to probably be on point. I'm hoping that they'll make it more to her likeness.
I would hope so. Yeah,
I'm hoping, right? Yeah. But my question is, all these years that they have actually had the IP and they've had the DC IP, and they have not yet gotten Gal Gadot's head sculpt right at all. Her likeness, none. I'm not even the newer version. To me, it looks good, but it's still not there, bro. It's still
the golden armor.
I think the Wonder Woman. I have to disagree. I think the WB100. I think they nailed it, and I think it. I mean, I know it's not too much a far cry from the golden armor version, but like I see what you're saying. Layout from certain angles, they lose it. You're right, but I think from her side profile and a little like from the side, like they have her looking. It's funny that they have her looking from the side because she looks best from that angle, actually, where her eyes turn like that. But with the hair and everything, I think the WB 100, I think that's the strongest one they've done, in my opinion.
I think it's the strongest, but I just don't think it's 100% her yet. Like the thing is, it's like they haven't gotten it. And here's the thing, because the test of time is going to be once again art decides to release that, BVS Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
If they nail it on first go, then at that particular, to me, there's no excuse after that, bro.
That's true.
There's no excuse after that. You know what I mean?
I would say though that with Star Wars figures, now I don't speak from experience, but I would imagine that one of the things that all actors who appear in Star Wars must agree to is likeness rights. So because they've been making Star Wars products since 1977 and how important products are. So I would imagine that part of the process of being a Star Wars character is that not only do you have to sign away your likeness rights as the character, but they're doing scans of you as well. They scan you for every different kind of product.
Yeah.
So, and they probably
stuff.
scan you at various resolutions, or they have different, because the 12 scale of the Black Series figures would need less detailed renders, because you wouldn't, whereas Hot Toys would, and they're very aware that Hot Toys, I mean, they don't release their numbers like a streaming service. They'll never tell you how many figures they sell.
Yeah.
But it has to be a big deal. So they know what they're getting. Whereas I'll bet you that they don't do the same things with like Gal Gadot. Whereas Disney has they already have an industry for Star Wars merch, whereas DC doesn't. And they don't even know. I mean, they know they're going to make smaller figures, but in terms of getting newer, they probably have to do that on a case-by-case basis. And what's interesting is if you look at how they handled John Cena and that Peacemaker figure, when they first announced that Peacemaker figure, they didn't have his likeness rights because they had no head sculpt. They just had the lower portion, and like he was screaming. So they didn't have another head sculpt because they probably hadn't secured his rights. And I'm sure that John Cena is the kind of guy like, no. I want my rights out there. I mean, I want to sign away. I want you guys to make me a killer Hot Toys figure, because he's the kind of guy that, like, I know that Titus Welliver, the actor Titus Welliver, who played Washington, he's a monster Hot Toy collector.
Monster.
And I worked with him on I worked on this thing called Avengers Station. And I actually directed him when you first walk into Avengers Station, you see Titus Welliver come on these screens. I directed that.
Oh wow!
And when he comes on and work with him, and he told me what a monster geek he really is, and I was like, wow, okay.
I loved him in Bosch, man.
Yeah. But he was also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too, and
yeah, he's been in a few. I know he was in Lost and a couple other things. He was in Voyager. Remember, he was in Equinox.
He had a cameo in Mando season 2 as well.
I mean, he's great, and he's a total collector. But I would imagine it's with Star Wars figures. That's why we're getting so much great stuff, because you're getting, I think, the best scans that exist.
I mean, look at this. Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, with that basically being said, I'm wondering though, because that Ahsoka wasn't 100% Rosario Dawson. So I'm wondering if they're going to get that right this time.
I think, honestly, that was, and I know you work with a lot of companies and stuff like that, and we talk about production and all that when it comes to these figures, and sometimes things are just, it's based on production and production schedules. And I think Ahsoka was fast-tracked because of the popularity, especially at that time with Mando season 2. That's when everybody was drinking the Mandalorian Kool-Aid. So that figure was fast-tracked, and then she also had another, it was 2 Ahsokas coming out pretty much, not announced around the same time, but very
your
close.
Clone Wars came out, and then you've got your Mando Ahsoka coming out, and then and it just, what it came down to, I just think it came down to a more of a production thing, and they just wanted to get that out the door as fast as possible and get a good, decent
sculpt on it, but they took some liberties, and they knew that. I think out the gate they were like, yeah, people are going to eat this up because it's Ahsoka, and it's a damn good
it's
Ahsoka
riding
figure.
that hype train right now, right? Someone as popular as Ahsoka in animated is now has a real life counterpart, and during this Mando hypes, people's faith is being restored, you know, as you if you will, you know, in Star Wars. So yeah, I think so, because you're right. I don't think she's quite there. Like, you all know it's her, right? You can look at it and be like, well, that's Ahsoka, okay, but yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be better. And
like, it's Ahsoka, but is it Rosario Dawson? That's the thing, and I think that's what you look at. And it's not to say that they won't do it. But I do believe, yes, it was basically fast track. I mean, as we've seen, they've done that before with certain figures, and then they've gone back, retuned, and you know, they've come out with some heat. But yeah, I think we know they'll get it right. But I think that, you know, within the last, I would say within in the last 10 months, bro, they've been nailing some shit. Like, literally, they have been nailing some shit. Like, when it comes to these head sculpts, this one right here was a testament, man. I mean, look, this one, that Sabine head sculpt, you know what I mean? That it's, again, like, they're right there with it. But at the same time, do they have a choice? No, they don't. They don't have it's, you can't be lazy about it anymore, bro. You can't, because the competition is on them hills. So now you gotta, like, boost up and kind of get in there.
I agree with you, but only like to a point, because they definitely need to step things up, right? Because InArt's doing really good, and they're coming, and slowly but surely. But Hot Toys still has Star Wars and Marvel, right? So,
but you know what? And I say that though because it's not just InArt. I'm talking about also like even like Mars Toys. I'm talking about like some of these, you know, these third-party companies that are like, okay, we on them hills. Like we are, again, people will seek us out for pieces that you do not touch. You know what I mean? And this is what's happening. So
they're not the top dog. I mean, don't get me wrong. Let me rephrase that. They're still the top dog. They're still the king of the hill. But to remain that top dog, they had to come with it. And let's face it, when they were the top dog and it wasn't these other companies, there was an NR and there was a whole bunch of back and forth with the third party, and still a lot of third party figures. These companies, you know, running, you know, becoming one company one week and then another company another week. They had to step it up. They just had to. And it was a time where they got a little lazy. Let's be honest. They did. And they still cut corners. Like, as great as my C-3PO is over here, the Attack of the Clones C-3PO is over there, as great of a figure as it is, the base, it still has foot pegs in it that he can't stand on. And it's like, come on.
That's a little like,
it's like, come on.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's like, come on. It's like, you're half-assing still, but the C-3PO is so awesome.
So Jay, speaking of which, yo ass is one of the reasons why I hit up Ray, and he was like, yeah, I got you. And it ships out on Thursday. It was because of you with that damn C-3PO, because I wasn't going to do it, bro. I seriously was waiting on the gold version, and then I watched the video, of course. You know, and you talked about it, so I was like, yeah, it is the colors, bro, because I didn't realize that the palms and the hands were red. I didn't really realize that until I looked at it, and to have those mismatched pieces. Yeah, I was like,
it's a wonderful, like, if you just like art, it almost takes me back to like what Sacha was doing this summer, where they had the different artistic versions of like C-3PO. It kind of, it's just like all those little subtle differences. They're subtle, but not so subtle, especially when you get it in hand. It's a work of art.
I could see that.
It's a work of art.
Mario mentioned this earlier in the show, and we all kind of thought about this, but I mean, this weird cheap leather plastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pleather.
Does that really give you still a pause for concern? I mean, we have some of the newer figures, right? And when I say new, I would say maybe like within the last 3 years new of figures that are kind of excessive, right? A lot, especially in Star Wars territory. They're still fine. So I don't know if they've kind of redone their formula but I still don't know, right? Like, because when we started with like some of the Mando stuff, that's where I really started seeing more and more of this. And so I'm like, okay, my old stuff's fine, But then again, I'm also in Arizona, low humidity environment. But I still can't help it when I see stuff like this and the increase in costs of figures.
Is it
right now? This one's pretty well priced though, but go ahead.
Just a quick question: is it? And I don't know. I guess somebody would have to be. Maybe somebody in the chat. Maybe somebody here on the panel that knows about like clothing and stuff like that. Is it a special treatment that can be placed on pleather goods? You know what I'm saying? On this faux leather.
We all use 303, don't we? Just to kind of help treat some of this stuff and prolong some of the effects.
But is it something that they can do outside of the gate? You know, to get, because it does seem like over the years, like I'm not talking about like, I know we have like, I know a lot of us have a lot of the older stuff, like the Terminators and stuff, and I think me and Mario both have Terminator figures that our jackets are just disintegrating. But a lot of I'm noticing with a lot of the newer stuff, it looks more sturdy. It looks more like, well put together.
Because it's new.
You know what?
I mean, give it time.
So none of the figures that there's only one issue that I'm having right now with a figure, but all the other figures that I have, I never experienced peeling issues with pleather or anything like that. But that Wanda, that Age of Ultron Wanda that I have, bro, as soon as I took that shit out the box, I didn't even have it a week, and the jacket started peeling, and it's a hole in it and everything already.
Oh my God.
I'm still searching to try to find a replacement for that jacket. Because it's, bro, like if I move it anymore, period. If I touch the figure, it's going to disintegrate.
Right, you breathe on it, it's just going
to disintegrate. And I need to have that jacket replaced. So that's the thing. That Wanda, I'm like, fuck.
Same tragedy with my DX Indiana Jones. When I took it out, the last time I displayed it, the little leather belt or pleather belt that's there, as soon as I took it out, from the accessory box, it legitimately just like disintegrated in my hands.
Jeez.
Right? I mean, that thing was so damn old, man, and it's just it's so thin, right? And the materials that they use, it just wasn't meant to last the test of time, I guess. But at the same time, it's also heartbreaking too when I got like a Vader from the Tarkin 2-pack that's also peeling. What the hell?
Oh,
that's like my favorite Vader, man. It's all
really?
Which Vader?
Having issues. The Tarkin 2-pack Vader.
My
favorite Vader, dude.
That's what I was just now doing.
My favorite Vader, man's got problems.
We need a wellness check.
I gotta check mine too.
I
love that 2-pack. No,
there's this weird acrylic nail something. I gotta look it up. I've had it before, and it's like a coat. You paint it, and you can paint it onto like the pleather stuff, and it kind of seals.
Yeah, I think Moz was doing that one time when I first met him.
Yeah, dude, it helps to, preventive measures, whereas like the 303 just kind of sustains the inevitable, right?
Yeah, the guys bought my 𝗕𝗘𝗠𝗘𝗢 from. He put some of that stuff on because the domes on the 𝗕𝗘𝗠𝗙s, they just go after a couple of years.
Black Vortex, right? I'm sorry, just to say that's what it was.
Oh,
the
gotcha.
Angelus acrylic finisher. Yeah.
Okay, that's
exactly. Once I saw the name, I was like, yeah, that's it.
Yep.
We're looking low.
Nah, he's all good, bro.
Straight.
Is he good?
He's all good. He is
good?
straight. Let me show. He's straight. He is straight. He looks good. He's all
That's
good.
The best Vader I think they've done.
Yeah, he's
I
all
love
good.
that figure.
He's straight. He's straight.
Hell
no
yeah.
problems. No problem with him. He's good, bro.
I'm sorry. I gotta check mine too.
You have to do it well,
Jay.
You have to. You have to. But yeah,
I agree with Mario, bro. This is the all-time my favorite Vader of all time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All time.
He is awesome. I'm really looking forward to that Return of the Jedi, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be, and the Anakin one is almost. I mean, dude, I owe like $60. It's paid off, so that means should be shipping soon, right? Well, I don't know soon. Sideshow had it set to October to March, if I recall. So
it'll probably get delayed. I don't know. It'll probably.
Yeah. Fuck, if it's delayed, then they're gonna have everything. They're gonna have all my money for minimum of 7 months if it gets delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Target 2-pack, no Oilers.
Yeah. You got. Oh yeah, dude. But yeah, I mean, listen, not bad though, right? I mean, the pricing is, I think, decent. $260. That almost seems
In today's
these
environment,
days.
that's
Yeah.
decent.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I just wish that the whole embroidery design is such a it's like, okay, that jacket should have been leather. She has a prominent bomber jacket. Come on, make that give us a damn leather jacket. I would have killed them to do that and kept it at the $60 price point. It would have. In my
I would suspect she'd be in the low 300s if that were the case. And I think Hot Toys has to look at that as a company and say, is Hera Syndulla a priority top tier character to warrant that leather jacket and that price point, and are they going to recover that? You know what I mean? Like they did Wolverine, right? They do Indiana Jones.
Yeah, those are big characters,
big names,
good
right?
Point.
So
yeah.
GX10, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean Terminator, like they, you know, there's
big characters. Yeah.
So it's kind of rough. Now we love that, right? Like we would, of course, every single person in here would likely want a leather jacket, of course, like because nobody wants their shit to fall apart, especially at the pricing that we pay. Even though this is $260, that's still $300, dude, that you're spending on a figure that's gonna inevitably fall apart, right?
Out the
So
door,
it's
$300.
Yeah. I think though, like I said, with this figure, and again, I haven't had issues so far, you know, like you, I live in a space where, and like I said, I'm in a basement. So, you know, the temperature never goes above like 53 down here. Like, you know, it's always like cool and stuff like that. Yeah, nice. It's always cool down here, bro. So I don't actually have those issues. I think with the Wanda though, that wasn't something that happened here. It was just a simple fact that where it was, where I got it from.
Yep.
Well, you know, it was just issues there, like where they might have actually had it. It's an older figure, and it was bound to happen with that jacket, bro. But that's why I'm looking for a replacement, man. But I think with this one, it's not going to be too much of a problem, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping. This newer stuff is like, you know, fuck, I don't know. But then you got like, you know, if you really want to, there's other companies out there. There's people on Instagram and Facebook who do custom leather straps, belts, holsters, jackets, you know, there's all sorts of stuff out there. Should you, you know, really want to go that route, of course, you're gonna probably spend, you know, what you paid for, if not more than the figure for it. But if you're a super fan of Hera and you want that, then, you know, there's options out there, I guess, right? But you're right. I mean, you know, they're not all perfect either. You know, InArt's doing really good, but you know, is there quality higher? I mean, Gandalf does have, I mean, his scabbard, for example, I feel like it's very pleather, like plastic-y material, right? That may fucking shred over time. It may. I mean, it's just gonna sit there for the most part, right? But let's say that you had the sheath, you know, kind of holstered in the scabbard for a long time, right? And you got the sword in there, so there's just some weight on it. Maybe 2-3 years goes by, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna move the sword and kind of just repose him or something, and then that thing just rips in half. Because, you know, it's just sitting there. I don't know. So, yeah. But then again, you know, as Rob pointed earlier, this is all not one scale. This is down to 6 scale. It's not real life. They're gonna make adjustments, and everything degrades, I guess is my point, right, in life. So whatever they can do to minimize.
I have a question for Rob, man.
And
so Rob,
yes,
if Jazz Inc. decides to make a ghost cockpit, would you get this figure? And would you get the ghost cockpit?
Here's the thing. I don't have the attachment to the ghost. Like I was really on the fence about that HasLab ghost because I just like spaceships in general.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't have the connection to it that I have to the Millennium Falcon, for instance.
What about Jedi Starfighter?
So, well, I want to get that Jedi Starfighter.
Okay.
The Jedi, pardon me, the Jedi Interceptor.
But
you know, I want to get that. I loved those ships, and I really did. But we were having a conversation before you got here about the impossibility of putting an astromech droid in it. Like when they designed that ship, you know, even when I watched the movie, I'm like, where's the bottom of the astromech droid? Like and that's always been a problem. I mean, it worked for the X-Wings, you know, that made sense. But after the X-Wings, it got a little sketchy. Like, you know, I mean, maybe in the N1s it worked, you know, you set, And the whole point about an astromech droid is it completes when an astromech droid, I mean, an X-Wing works without an astromech droid, but when you put an astromech droid in it, it's like having a co-pilot. Suddenly your navigation's going through light speed and all that. It's doing the computing for you if it knows where you're going. So it makes sense. But a Jedi interceptor, it didn't really make sense to have an astromech droid in something like that because it's so small. You know, so, but it's in there, you know, it's canon. It's that we saw them. We saw, but I think, and Yost is going to have a problem. And he talked about it. The same way he had a problem with trying to figure out how do I get 2 action figures into a snowspeeder? Like because the live action snowspeeder was different than the miniatures of the snowspeeders. And it kind of didn't, the proportions didn't work out. He figured it out though, because that snowspeeder's dope and figures actually do fit in it. But like, what are you going to do? That astromech droid's a big thing. Like, how do you put an R2D2 with his legs hanging out? You know, if you go for the Anakin or you go for the Obi-Wan, what
because the problem is that's when you run it, like you said, you run into like inaccuracies because we didn't see that, you know, on film. We didn't see it that way. So again, the only time we actually seen, and even like when, you know, they pierced the shield, they managed to actually get through. You know, when they were trying to free Palpatine, when he pops out, he flies out of it. You know what I mean? So there was no kind of visual, you know, option to really see. You couldn't really see what was happening at that time because it was so quick. So that's what I'm saying. Like with this, in my opinion, it would be safer for him to just make something separate, like make it maybe the headpiece or just like from the shoulders. You know what I mean? They do something like that to make it more accurate.
Yeah, it's interesting because you could say that the only thing that I wonder about is R2's legs. Like where are they? Like the legs come down. If you just had the trash can part of the body and the head, that I could believe. But it makes sense that astromech droids could be repurposed, like we found out in Attack of the Clones that R2 can fly. You know, that's where we see the rocket packs come out of him. Yeah. And I've always thought it makes sense to me that astromech droids, because they're astromech droids, could be like, you could probably, and I've never seen this, but I'll bet you the legs of an astromech droid are removable. And that's only because you want a mobile. But if you needed to, I'll bet you there's an astromech controlled tank of some kind, where if you're going to war or you're going to there's a ground battle somewhere, like if you're on, I don't know, on Naboo, you know, you're fighting Imperial or the droid armies, that they could drop in during the Clone Wars, drop in just without the astromech droids would have their legs removed, but you drop in the cylindrical part and their minds, their brains, and they could run an entire division of tanks. And can you imagine? I mean, with astromech droids, yeah. I mean, I've never seen this, but you could have astromech droids and it like a drone swarm, but it would be like a tank swarm, and they could interconnect each other, and they could flank, and they could do all kinds of things. Now, we've never seen that before.
We will now.
But yeah, but I know, right? But in my,
if you do it, you owe Rob a check.
Well, no, but in my head canon, the astromech droids, they're mobile. Because it's also like the center wheel that R2 would pop out when he wants to get mobile. You know, that center foot, his third foot or whatever, that's not always out. He only uses it when he's gonna move, his third leg, you know, his dropping his D, whatever. I mean, you know, he's I would imagine that astromech droids can have those, and we've never seen this either, but they could probably have different legs put on them depending on terrain. Like, obviously, in Star Wars, it's a little ridiculous that R2 is going across the Junglan wastes, the desert on Tatooine, with his little wheels. I mean, that should not work. If you really watch and you think, well, what are the physics behind that? There's no way those little wheels could carry him across.
We just have to turn our brains.
Yeah, of course. You don't. You never think about it, but it makes sense that, like, if you're in a jungle, I mean, we see R2. He's on Endor. But I'll bet you, depending on if you had a colony on a woodland planet, I'll bet you that you could get astromech droids to have specific arms put on that would allow them to traverse, whether it's a jungle or whether it's a deep forest. They would have swappable parts to make them usable in whatever environment they could be.
Oh yeah, that would make more sense in like a Mech Commander world or Mech Warrior,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But look at Dylan. He said in Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan Starfighter actually does have just an astromech head. They are indeed modular like that.
But okay, well there you go. But then how did R2 pop out of Anakin's?
Wasn't it a different?
I don't
Well, I don't know. You know what? It's TV.
I know,
No, dude. Explain the sound of space. Explain a lightsaber too while you're at it, man. Just
the thing
enjoy
is,
it.
but when you're making a toy, like Yost has to stop and think, well, wait a minute, where is this astromech droid? Where is it? Like when R2 pops out and I'm making a toy, I have to be able to put an astromech droid into it.
You gotta be able to explain that. And like
You did mention like kind of like what Hot Toys did with the Mark 43 and the Hulkbuster, is put in like some sort of bust or something like that. But minus the dome. So I guess you can remove the dome from the Hot Toys or from the Sideshow one and just mount it onto that. At the same time, if you don't want to have an R2 unit in there, just take the piece out,
By the
as
way,
well,
how dope,
and probably cap
is
it.
this figure?
Yeah. Listen, I want to segue into that, guys, because dude, we can nerd on Star Wars all night. Which is that's awesome though. This was but dude, the Mark III 2.0 came out, and I gotta say this needs to be. I need to get this.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I need to get
Brilliant.
it. Really?
Yeah, he's getting it.
Yeah,
He's getting it.
And
Wow.
the reason being, and I'm kind of like briefly clicking through because this is the beginning.
one to get.
Man. This is
Yeah.
Iron Man.
one to
I don't look. You could have a Mark III, you could have a Mark 7, and one could argue that you could have a Mark 85. Right? I think those are the three. Mark 85 being my least favorite, but I think those are the most three iconic suits that he's worn in the MCU. But this one
Over
is
the
so
Mark 1?
prolific. Yeah, over the Mark 1, because the Mark 1 is kind of neat, right? It establishes who he is and his craftiness in a cave with scraps, right? As it were.
Yeah.
But it's
Just
very
the hero.
short-lived, right? When he comes in, he's working on the model in the workshop, he's doing the Mark II, he finally suits up in this thing, and you believe this shit. You're like, oh my God, I'm seeing fucking Iron Man in the theater right now. And to me, that like blew my fucking mind because, it's like we just had comics and then we had the cartoons in the 90s and, it's just, so that brought it to life. And that was like the birth, man. That was, and plus, dude, Iron Man's the shit, dude. The first movie, I mean, I like all three of them, but Iron Man, like that's it. So if I want to have this, for my 2000s, right? Because this is 2008. So this is the Iron Man I would want for my shelf, just for that. It's fucking awesome. What to you? What do you think, Mario? I mean,
I think it's fantastic, man. This is the newly scaled proportion, figure to have now, compared to the original Mark III, which was definitely showing his age compared to this. This is a huge improvement, man.
Yeah.
I think the sculpt came out fantastic. I know some are saying that the head looks tiny, on the body, but I think that's actual. That's accurate to the movie because it was a big bulking suit. It wasn't so streamlined, where it's more form fitting to his body. Like the Mark 45, compared to this.
Yeah, I mean,
look now this
shoulders.
Also gives me hopes. This also gives me hopes that that they'll bring out a Mark II just to finally complete, everything properly. So from what I remember, I think Mark II was a little bit underscaled as well compared to the rest of them. But yeah, I'm definitely getting it. I love the dial piece, the dial base rather.
Yeah,
amazing. But the one thing that worries me is that the color of the paint, it should be more darker red, damn near burgundy from what I remember. It's not so like I know he's the red because it's always the lighting, isn't it?
Well,
so,
I think it's the lighting.
I have to say that because our opinions always differ for better or worse once we have a product in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't
exactly.
know.
So that's why I'm hoping, like when I finally get this piece in hand, that my worries, are at ease, with the paint apps. But either way, it looks incredible. They did an amazing job with it. Iron Man's their specialty, dude, and it's perfected. So
yeah,
great.
Like I won't even rock the head sculpt. It's not bad. You know, that's not my reasoning though.
I think I will because I got the original Mark III and I plan on putting it in the Hall of Armor anyway. But this one I want to have on display, so I might utilize that head sculpt. With the base. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I guess that you have the original, so
yeah. I mean, I'd be a fool to get rid of it right now and just lose money on it.
There's still something so beautiful about this suit too. I mean, if it's from the first Iron Man, it was so beautifully conceived because at the time there was no MCU. This was the first MCU movie.
Yeah,
and they really, do you remember when this movie came out back? I mean, it's been 15 years, and people were talking about how no one knows who Iron Man is. So the design of this character, this design, arguably could be considered the most important design in MCU history, because if this design didn't work, and if it didn't work with Robert Downey Jr.'s head inside, because it wasn't CG then, they had a lot of real pieces to this suit. If it didn't work as well as it did, arguably the MCU might not have succeeded as well as it did, because this movie worked so well. This design was so convincing and so fun to watch when you saw it for the first time, that it just worked. And you knew the first time you started seeing him put this on in his laboratory in his house, and how it would work piece by piece. He was learning how to use the repulsors, and then
yeah, dude.
This is such a great, beautiful design. Really well done.
I love it. Leo, thoughts?
So
You hesitate.
I'm not look, here's the thing, bro. Like I said, I'm not as a huge Iron Man collector as everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm very selective about the suits. As much as I love this one, and the thing is, I'm all about, again, for me, I have the Mark I War Machine from Iron Man 2. So I have to get,
this 7.
The Mark 6.
I have to get the 6. I definitely have to get that one, bro,
yeah.
because, and on top of that, with that gantry, it's going to be amazing. So I wanted to have that as well. So again, something had to give, because the thing is, it's like I have, the 85, I have the Mark V, I have what is it? I actually have the 7 as well. So I mean, again, I got to be very, very, very selective about the ones that I choose, bro. Because I'm not as big. And the thing is, these are expensive pieces, bro. They definitely are.
Oh, yeah.
As good as they look, very expensive pieces. And that price tag for me is just like, okay, I have to kind of hold out on certain things. So I live vicariously through everybody else. Yes, it's a decent piece to have, but it's not a necessity for me. That's what I'll say.
Oh, I like Cam right now, bro.
I ain't getting that shit.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not getting that shit, bro. It's a beautiful piece, but in that price tag, I'm definitely not. Because again, like, I have to be wary. And on top of that, bro, I'm already in on that comic concept that's going to be dropping here in a few months. So
yeah, that one is pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
Did you get that one yet?
No, but
that's up your alley, bro.
It is up my alley, but we'll see.
I got that shit. I had to get that shit, bro, because again, it's comic concept. It comes with that comic concept head sculpt, and I love it. I just love that piece.
Actually, was able to get it too, man.
You word?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna look nice next to the classic suit Spidey.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm
so
saying,
good
bro. It's gonna look so good. It is gonna definitely look good, and just the color palette and everything. And they sold me with the skates. They went old school with the skates.
I'm
like,
roller
yeah,
skates
I'm
on
on
them,
it, bro. Yeah.
There's part of me that wants it. There's a huge part of me that wants it, but I also, I'm like, fuck, I got the other comic Origins Iron Man. So I too, like you, Leo, I don't really collect a lot of Iron Mans. So now I'm like, do I need 2 Origin ones and then this?
Yeah.
I don't.
You do.
We'll see. I don't know.
You come to that realization. You do.
CT's right though, man. That detail does look pretty good, dude. The sculpt looks great. I just feel like if I'm gonna do this on display. Dude, it's fucking awesome.
Do you guys remember if the sculpt has moving eyes?
I believe it
doesn't.
has rolling eyes, doesn't it?
I don't.
These
think
are
it
the blogger
does, bro.
photos, so they're not the.
I don't think so.
I
I
thought
don't
it
think
did.
it does.
Am I tripping? Anybody
I don't
know in the
think so.
chat? Does he have the PERS system? I don't. Maybe not. I don't see the eyes moving.
Yeah, I don't think it does, bro.
Maybe
I don't
not.
think it does.
It's been a while, man, since we saw the announcement. But again, this is how I'm gonna rock.
Mhm.
So you
Straight
know,
up
it's
and
just, yeah, dude, fucking
Damn,
awesome,
that
dude.
looks
That
good.
just,
That looks good.
yeah, man. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's still pretty great, man. It's still pretty great. Where's the Terrence Powder Roadie, man? I've never, I guess. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. It's pretty badass. No PERS. Okay, thank you, my man. Unfortunately, and the eyes are looking slightly to one side.
To one side, yeah, that's how I was questioning it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. The Mark 6 is the first rolling eyes. Okay, thank you, Daniel. I knew it was one of these recent ones, but okay, so Mark 6 does it. But dude, I mean, Jay, you know, you got some, you got rid of some, you keep some, because it's Iron Man. There's so many fucking Iron Mans, and we all get excited for them.
Yeah.
I don't really know your position on this one, man.
Oh wow. I'm a big Iron Man MCU collector. I don't. I did get rid of some. I got rid of some. I got rid of what was it? The Mark 47. Because I wanted to nail it down to the first 7 armors. That's what I wanted. The first, everything up from 1 to 7. That's what I'm. That's what my aim. That's what my aim is. At one point I did have the Mark 1, but actually returned it because mine had some problems, and I was going to get it back again, but that's a whole nother problem. I'll get it again. I'll be able to track it down, I'm sure.
No, yeah, of course.
They have a sale on it right now on Sideshow.
Wow, I didn't know that. So I think it's time to pull that trigger. Yeah, okay. So with this right here, the original one is what brought me into Hot Toys. So this definitely shares a special place in my heart. And what I mean is, I remember I was at a Borders Books, coming from work one day. And I was in a Borders Books, and I just saw the toy. And at that time, they were still selling Toy Fair magazines and stuff like that. And there was a bunch of toy magazines. And I remember just thinking, like, man, Iron Man was so good. I wish I can just get a real detailed figure. Because I was coming from McFarlane Toys at that time. And then I saw the Hot Toys Mark III, and it was the first time I ever seen a Hot Toys figure. And I was like, "What? Who the hell makes this? What is this?" And they were like, and at the time, it was like, "It's not out yet, but it's coming out." And I was like, "Oh shit!"
The die cast one or the plastic that you saw?
Oh, this is the plastic one. This is the
Oh,
first
way back.
Yeah, this is 2009. So I'm like, man, and I remember, I think it could have been 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘. I actually bought mine from way back when on eBay. And yeah, and after having it over a couple of years, and then more Hot Toys came out, it started to show its age over a period of time. And I got rid of it. But this version right here is the definitive version of this version right here. So this is the one to get. If you don't have any Iron Man figures in your collection, and you want just one figure to represent the MCU, especially that era of the MCU, the first, this is the one to get. This is totally the one to have in your collection. And I think they knocked it out. I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. I think this one looks great. That base is amazing. Oh my God. What Hot Toys are doing with bases now, amazing. Just to give us pretty much half of Ironmonger, and the possibilities in the blogger, they did their thing with the photos. They just make it. But I agree with Leo. That damn price is so high right now. And I gotta admit, I wasn't able to get this from Sideshow. I wasn't. So I'm gonna have to wait it out. I'm sure my local comic shops get a ton of Iron Man and stuff. So I know I'll be able to get it from there, and I got points and stuff. Yeah. So I'm actually playing the long game with this. I hope it doesn't cost me, because I don't want to have to go to 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 to buy it. I really don't, because it's a lot of money. It's really a lot of money, and I want it. It's like, I want this bad. I need this one in my collection.
Is this on Witness on Sideshow?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yes, way. It could. I mean, like I said, I mean, it with them, like like when there's figures that are out there, sometimes they convert, or you'll even see it show up. You know what I mean? Hit up Ray too. Ray might actually have it, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because Ray, he's the one who hit me up about the C-3PO. And the thing is, he told me, he's like, yo, if you're interested, I'll have 4, but that's all. I'll have 4, and after that, they're no longer available. So I was like, all right, cool. So, hit him up, man. Huh?
Which Ray again?
Underground figures. Okay. Yeah, underground, definitely. What the hell is you doing, Mario?
I'm just asking. I know you're talking to both of them, huh?
Oh, okay.
Both of them. Just asking.
It is 2 of them.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, it is too. And both of them are dope as fuck. So they're both good guys, man. Ray from Hawk Wars, Ray from
Hell yeah, dude.
Underground.
Yeah,
so
Ray's
definitely,
awesome.
man. I love the customer service with both unique. And it must be in the name, and it must be in the name. When Ray, if it's a Ray, and then it's some cool shit, bro. So definitely, man.
Yeah, I got RoboCop coming from Ray of Hawk Wars because that was another one I missed out on. I was like, so I'm waiting for him to get that in. So
yeah,
some of them you got to play the long game with because these things, especially these die-cast pieces, they are so expensive.
Yeah,
but they're great.
Look at that base.
I see you look at this base.
Yeah, I was wondering how much something like this went for.
$130,000.
Get the fuck out of here!
No, I cannot. It's serious because it's very important base.
Yo,
Never gets old, man.
Never gets old.
Yo, when you did that shit, it played through my computer and not my headset, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was something wrong with my screen again. I was about to say, man, not again, not again.
It's
please.
awesome, man.
Yeah, bro.
But it's true though, man. It's pretty badass, dude. The Ironmonger base, it's really fucking cool, man.
It's so cool if the eyes lit up, though. I know with the paint it does it, but if the eyes lit up on it, god damn.
I know, but it's still very cool. I think if I would do anything, I'd take the Tony Stark head sculpt, throw it on another body, get a like a topo suit, give him a suit, and then just there you go. You got a Tony Stark, you got a Mark III, boom, Bob's your uncle. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it there. What's up, Ben? Ben in the house.
Hey.
Live long and prosper, my Trekkie fan.
Up,
Yeah, dude. So guys, I put a poll in the chat, man. It's actually kind of split. I'm surprised, man. 47% of you guys want the Mark III. 53 do not. So it's
oh my god.
Yeah.
People just Iron Man'd out. That's what it is.
Kind of right down the middle.
Sure.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, listen, if you're gonna be burnt on anything in Hot Toys, it's got to be Iron Man. Right? There's like 97 of them now. I mean, I get that. I do get that. All right. Before we wrap, I know Rob, you got to get going here in a moment too. I wanted to bring this up though, man, because not enough love is spread, dude. For Omega Red.
How
man.
cool
Mondo.
is this Mondo Omega Red?
Fuck. You tell me, how cool is it?
It's really fucking cool. I mean, you have to here's the thing. I have been going, Lael, because of you. I went to the comic book store and I bought every Fall of X. I haven't bought single issue comics. I spent $100 on flippers.
Oh, bro.
And I couldn't because I've been replacing omnibuses and getting on. I have been on an X-Men comic binge.
Yeah, bro.
And going back and replacing I mean, I think I was talking about it, like the old hardcovers that I had that are not omnibuses.
Yeah.
So like this is X-Men Inferno. This is Inferno, right? Well, now there's the Inferno omnibus. Okay, here's my.
Oh, nice. Inferno,
so here's the
man.
original, right? But now there's the Inferno omnibus. So you can't really see it, but right behind me, actually, you can right down here, this shelf with Dark Phoenix figures. This is where my X-Men. This is new X-Men, but all around this corner, all the X-Men omnibuses, and I think I have almost all of them now, and the ones that aren't in omnibus form, I've still got these older hardcovers. So I've been so down with the X-Men that when I saw this, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Now,
dude.
the thing is, I was never gonna get this Mondo stuff, and then they sent me one of their X-Men figures. I'm like, okay,
bro.
okay.
They're fucking. I love them. I have Wolverine. I have Jubilee. I have Magneto.
Well, did you put up the? Was that your Jubilee with the bubble gum and the Coke machine?
It was.
That pic. I'm like, God damn! I wish you didn't put that up. Because I'm like,
did I mess you up?
I have the Coke machine. I got to get that Jubilee. You know, I love my Coke machine, as you all know. But man, this is so cool. I mean, you have to like Omega Red and the X-Men. You have to like that.
Well,
stuff.
of course,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
of course. CT's like the biggest X-Men fan. X-Men, all right, I guess. Yeah, dude. Of course, man. I mean, dude, they're freaking cool, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. When you start having more and more of these figures together, it really starts coming.
Yeah,
together.
I know.
You know,
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, the colors,
Too many of
everything
them,
just
too
dude, it
much.
looks so freaking. It's look, if I can do it, I'll share it really quick. Let me see if I can.
Dude,
bring
you're
this up.
going through it right now, actually, with Iron Studios, aren't you? With the 110.
Oh my god, I am. Yeah, dude. So I'm yeah, I got my Age of Apocalypse. Rogue just came in yesterday or the day before. So that's number 2 for Age of Apocalypse, with Colossus being the first one. And then we'll have you know, Weapon X and who else is there? Storm, Bishop, and
What do you think of them
Magneto.
so far?
I'm sorry?
What do you think of them so far? The Colossus and the
they're,
Rogue.
they're fucking awesome, dude. They're awesome. I'm looking at them. They're up on the top. They're really cool, man. That Apocalypse is going to be a little over 2 feet, man. It's going to be a really
nice
yeah,
style set, huh?
yeah, bro. It's gonna be sick.
Bring 'em down,
Yeah,
let me see.
I'll
Take a
just show
look.
you really quick. Okay, this is the photo I did earlier. Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
man.
Jubilee.
How
Yeah,
great!
yeah.
How great is that picture?
You showed me this the other night, and I was just like, "Fuck,
Definitely looks good, bro.
that looks great."
Yeah, dude. I mean, so yeah, because I too, you know, I'm like, fuck, man, I need my X-Men, and I'm not. I just feel like it's better in that sense going in the 10th scale with Iron Studios because it's all comic. Everything's comic related in every way, and I just love them. But Mondo though, for animated series, bro, I'm in. I'm in.
Is this NYCC exclusive?
They announced it for it, but it's not an exclusive. It does not.
But can you
have,
now buy this?
It's not ready for purchase. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Now.
There you go.
Yeah, it started a couple days ago. So, and I don't believe there's a timer on this one. So, but it is limited to 1,000. So
Right.
they did.
There's your
they
timer
did
right
still-
there.
Wow.
Yeah,
1,000?
so-
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. That's
so-
awesome.
I mean, I'm all about it, man. It's Omega Red, bro. And I'm telling you guys, you know, I had Peter on the show last week, most recently, and even he said it, man. And I know he's Mondo, but he's right. He's like, you get one in hand if you're not too sure about it and judge for yourself. And if you're a fan of X-Men, dude,
Yeah.
it's hard not to.
Okay, so you did it. You did it. You finally got me. I got
I pre-order.
I got
Did you?
Wolverine in my cart right now. They're having a sale on Amazon for $145.
Oh, that's not bad. If he's on sale on Amazon, grab that Wolverine, dude. He's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Great.
I didn't know he came with a morph head. That's amazing.
Yeah, they all come with a bunch of stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's
they
why
do.
I really dig them, dude. So, yeah, I didn't get any Masters of the Universe stuff. I do have some Batman. I have Batman and Joker and Catwoman, but I'm not
That
going
Beast Man,
dude, he looks fucking great.
Incredible
Beastman
figure.
Yeah,
Incredible
but he just tapped out, man. They're done. Like the pre-order window, the timed window he's gone. So
Wow.
that kind of sucks. But yeah, Omega Red's limited to 1,000, no timer until you just run out of that, I suppose.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, I'm all about it. I wanted to talk about it briefly because, you know, he just popped up and fucking dope, dude. They also, I don't know if they have it up here. I'll show you guys really quick if they do. It would probably be under posters. Yeah, dude. So this Jim Lee art that it's already almost gone. What the fuck? Dude, that's pretty awesome.
Get it.
I don't know, but it's really freaking cool. And they did like a foil variant, but I don't see it here. But you know, kind of just to kind of commemorate the launch of Omega Red, right? It's this X-Men number 7 of, you know, the Jim Lee era. Badass, dude. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we'll probably wrap here in a second. I know, Rob, you gotta go. I gotta go in a sec too. Should we briefly talk about this? Because I had it. I mean,
No, it's fine.
anybody getting this?
No, we're good.
We're good. I think we're good.
I think that's been talked out a lot already, man. You don't need to talk
Yeah?
about this anymore.
Okay.
Nah. Mm-mm.
All right.
We'll wait for
All
Second
right.
Brothers unboxing.
Yeah. Yeah, he might be the only one. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I kid. I know there's a couple people. I'm not really going to talk about this, guys, because we're going to, you know, obviously it's whatever, but I know there's a few people excited for it. You're right. A lot of people talked about it this week. I'm not a big fan of Bale. I'm not a big fan of this color for
That's
him.
That's the best picture right there. You just
CT actually wants this.
that
might
looks
be the
good.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been cool if they gave this to us on like a Keaton outfit.
No, on the Affleck DVS.
It's just a
Well,
weird.
Affleck,
I mean, what is this supposed
Yeah.
to be?
This is a Warner Brothers 100, right?
I know, but
It's
this isn't. This is just an amalgamation of various Nolan Batman stuff.
Based off
Yeah.
probably based off of Neil Adams'
Bro.
paint scheme or something like that.
Yeah,
If
I
they
mean,
were so hard up on doing a Bell, you know, outfit, I think if they wanted to do this again, I'm just going to live and die on that hill. They should have did it with Begins, because Begins was a better suit. It was
Yeah,
better
yeah.
suited
Of the
for
damn
it.
suit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then take
100%
away this
though.
gloss. I mean, definitely this high gloss blue, bro. Like it's
Dude,
Nah.
how funny would it be if they actually gave it to us on the Begin suit with an updated head sculpt?
Bridges for the
They're like,
trash.
you
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
right,
Well,
right.
look, I get people.
That'd be the
that-
biggest kick in the nuts.
It would be.
Yeah.
It so would be,
Yeah.
bro. It definitely
Yeah.
would be, man.
It's not for me, and that's cool. I know there's a lot of people that are hyped for it, so I don't, you know, I don't want to take away anybody's joy.
Women 42 says the so blade that does look.
I saw it, but there's only one photo right now, so I just
See,
Is that
that's
for
hard because
pre-order or
I
is that
look
for
it
release?
good.
Nah, it's just a photo of it right now. It's not a pre-order at all. But see, the
Yeah,
thing
there-
is, I
there was
saw
the
it,
colors.
Dope,
toys.
that one
but then
photo.
it's the other one that I already have on pre-order. You know,
present toys.
the present toys version of it, and I like that
Yeah.
version. So,
and how far behind is So?
So
man, they're so behind, bro. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
taking them. They have. The thing is, bro, they were always quick about getting these figures out, and lately, within the past year and a half, they
Oh,
have
yeah.
been super duper slow, bro.
Lawsuits,
Yeah.
probably.
Probably.
So
Probably.
toys, more like slow toys. Huh?
oh,
I
I like that. I like that one.
Huh?
Yeah,
I like that one.
that one sounds pretty
slow,
good.
slow toys, bro. I like
slow
that.
toys.
I like that.
Love the dad joke.
And I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of So
Yeah,
toys.
no, totally, man.
Yeah, me
Totally.
too, man. I am, bro. I am.
Yeah,
It
I
just
mean, I
It's
bought
just,
that Night Spider or whatever, the one with the trench coat, Spider-Man,
And I
Oh, the
love the
Spider-Man
Rogue,
door?
bro.
homeless Spider-Man. That
love
Rogue,
the
dude, the
Rogue.
Rogue is amazing.
I love that
Rogue and
bro.
Gambit together.
Yeah, definitely.
They are, but you know what? I sold my
Look at
Gambit.
Jay's like, man, shit. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sold both of them too.
I sold my Gambit,
I
and
sold
the reason I got rid of it is because I'm just collecting 6 scale X-Men and Mondo. That's it.
Oh, there you go.
And the so I do like. I like them both, the Rogue and the Gambit. The thing is, right, is it's not. And I talked to Jay about this the other day.
Jay blow
Is
me kiss
that-
too.
What?
Nothing. I just see Jay blowing kisses. That's all.
Oh, okay. I
Oh
wasn't
no,
sure.
my wife bought me some tea, and she gave me the brother cousin's mug. That was,
Word.
Hey,
yeah.
and she gave me the little
I like that.
crumpets
Let's
and
see.
stuff too. Look at that.
Word.
You know what you
Tea and crumpets.
you know what you really need though is you need a Department of Figure Collecting mug.
Oh, he hasn't heard about this yet.
Wow. Oh no. Really?
Oh
Oh,
shit.
bro, you gotta
Too
rewind the
long
tape.
of a
dude.
story
Rewind the
to
tape.
Yeah, it's
tell.
too long of a story. We'll rewind it. We'll tell you about it later. We're gonna make
Okay.
DFC, man. It's gonna be nice.
Oh yeah.
And we'll talk
Okay.
about it. But I lost my damn train of thought on
You
that
gotta sign
one.
the
dude.
roll.
Gambit, roll. You got rid of
Yeah,
Gambit.
thank you, Jay. Yeah, so Gambit Rogue. Because the thing is, I like the so ones, but again,
I won't
they're
do
not.
it.
They're not. Well, I sold the Gambit.
I won't
He's
do it.
gone.
I will not do it.
I know, and that's okay. The reason
will
I
not
say
do it.
this though, bro, is because they're not quite movie accurate to anybody, but they're not quite comic accurate to anybody. So they're kind of in this weird artistic interpretation of the characters.
You don't think the Gambit is comic accurate, bro?
I think it looks like I think they both look like him, but I mean, dude, come on, bro.
I'll be honest. I got rid of mine for two reasons. One, I'm going to be real picky with my third party figures at this point. I just am, because there's so much stuff coming out. So many people buying for your money. So I'm just at a point where I'm like, there's so much official stuff coming out. So I'm like, I could just wait. And when it came, and Rogue was dope. I would have kept Rogue. Rogue was dope. But then I got rid of the Gambit, and I'm like, but I got Rogue, you know. But the thing that killed me with the Gambit was those damn wrist pegs. Oh my god, I would get him in a great pose and then the damn arms would fall off. I wanted to throw his ass across the room. So I was like, you know what, looks good, but just aggravating. Yeah, this is aggravating.
Look, I will show you, because Mario asked, and I just had to, like, this thing's freaking heavy. All right, I guess I got a full screen myself.
You do.
All right. Here is the,
oh shit, nice.
Wow, dude, that's really nice.
Yeah, Age of Apocalypse.
That is
Colossus.
amazing.
You got a mask on?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that's
Apocalypse.
Age of Apocalypse, bro.
Yep.
Huh.
So Age of
he's in
Apocalypse
disguise.
is
No one knows that's
No. He was
Oh.
disfigured. He was disfigured in that book. So that's why he wears the mask itself, because it's not the version of Colossus that you know. It's a more he's a bad version of him, bro.
That's a beefy omnibus too. I've got it right.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like think of it like a what if scenario. Mario is the best way I can explain it to you.
Okay, all right.
And
Dope piece, man. Looks nice.
What scale
Yeah,
is
so
that?
like Wolverine, his
110.
hand, Cyclops took his hand off, so he has no hand. It's carterized over.
Yep.
And then Cyclops is missing an eye because Wolverine took his eye. It's much different. So yeah, there's a 7-piece set. I'll just show you again real quick, because here's Rogue. She just came in. It's also Age of Apocalypse Rogue.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Yeah, so we're rocking that, and then of course.
Oh no,
she's okay.
Woman
She's
down.
all right. She just kind of tilted.
Oh.
Can I just say I love that arcade, man? That's like one. Oh my god, that is such a great display.
Yep.
Thanks, bro. Hold on.
It was.
So her keyhole. I gotta fuck with this. Her keyhole is like.
Oh no, not her keyhole.
Not her keyhole.
Does that go with arm pegs?
Yeah, I know. But anyway. So, but
Oh, it sounds like someone needs a pegging.
Yeah, but here's the regular X-Men right here. So the regular X-Men are
Bishop.
all like
that's
regular.
really cool.
That's cool as hell.
So I'll have the Age of Apocalypse set, and then I'll just have my X-Men blue team and gold team, and then I think we're good on that. So,
Amazing.
but thank you, Jay. Yeah, do you love the arcade? That's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to fix her. Yeah, dude, she looks. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, I've got everybody. Only one besides Apocalypse. Okay, all right. Well, dude, yeah, I'm gonna have the whole set, man. I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be.
Where are you gonna put all that at?
I don't know. Top shelf. That's what I keep saying to myself. But
no, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. CT's right. It's gonna be epic when it's complete, man. So I cannot wait. Just cannot wait, dude. Cannot wait. But anyway, guys, I think we're gonna wrap. I know we all got to get going, so I'm gonna just kind of do a quick round table. Mario, my man, what's up, man? What's up?
Hey. Oh, thanks for having me on tonight, man. It's been a minute. It was cool to be back with everybody tonight, man. This was fun. This was fun.
Hell yeah.
So we got going on Perfect Chat Monday night, as always. 9:30 Eastern time. So that's always a blast. Then Friday night's LWO. I think I'm up next. Maybe on my channel this Friday night. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because Marco hosted last night, right?
Yeah, Marco hosted. Everybody else, we already went through the cycle. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But anyway, man, good to see everybody tonight, man. Everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel.
Yeah, dude.
It was fun.
Always
Fun
fun,
times.
man. See, sorry, she has a very specific keyhole.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes her special. So I had to make sure that.
Yeah, it definitely makes you special.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's gonna be awesome. So Monday night, and then you're gonna probably do a little bit of recording here, I'm assuming, before you tear down and set up, though, huh?
No.
I know.
I don't think so. No. There's nothing. Well, no. I'm gonna. This was just gonna be moved. Everything will still be in its place.
Oh, wow.
Right. So it's just a matter of just setting up the statues, like right here. So hopefully that'll get done.
Oh, you doing some remodeling?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
he's
finally got some
remodeling
shelves,
stuff.
man. Finally got some garage shelves I'm gonna put up right here on this side. Move the Mondo case, break down the Mondo cases, put them behind me instead.
Dude,
There you go. There you go. It's nothing like it. Once you go garage shelves and Mondo cases, you just. I still love my details. Don't get me wrong, but it's just something about that look.
You know what? It's too much of a conversation to get into tonight, but I will say that detox 125,000% have their fucking purpose, and I love them.
Yeah,
it's hard because I can, as Lael knows, you just make nice little scenes in their own little
intimacy, bro. There's intimate scenes with bigger like the garage. So what I've managed to do, and because none of the figures that I have in my garage shelves I don't have stands with them. They're all standing on their own. I have them positioned just basically the way I need them, and I did that with the effort of actually adding sand, snow, stuff like that, just element to kind of make them, to place them a certain way. And it's nothing like that, but even still, with having that, the beauty of having my detox is I can create smaller scenes, and it works well. It's just more intimate with that. That's why, like I said, I'm good with that. When I was talking to Toy about it, she was like, "Yeah, don't get rid of those details, please." She loves them, so I was like,
"No, they definitely have their place." Oilers, I will fix that. It's weird. I thought I had not just the morning show one. I will take a look, man. But no, you're right. I mean, they do have their place. But we'll have a whole talk about that, man, sometime, because they're all great options, man. Whatever works for you guys. But Rob, thank you for coming.
I've been so busy because I'm leaving. I'm going to shoot. I've been doing this series called Crisis Medicine, Tactical Casualty Care. I've been shooting for 6 years. I was in Portland last week doing it, and we're shooting another 5-day course. We're on a sound stage. It's a Special Forces Green Beret.
I saw that.
And so
awesome.
I've been doing this for 6 years. Unfortunately, I wish we didn't have to do it, but the whole series is about how to provide pre-hospital care to people that have been wounded in active violent events, shootings, bombings. And unfortunately, I thought it was done for school shootings 6 years ago. I thought we might be over that, but no, it's more popular than ever. So we keep adding to this, and so I'll be going. So I won't have much going on this coming weekend. Again, Lael, I can't do Midnight Musings tonight because I have to finish all this stuff before I leave.
Bro, I know.
On Tuesday.
I already know.
Yeah,
you got work to do, bro.
I got to finish a video. But we've
got. You got a video that you got to finish.
I got so much stuff.
You got a video, you got cheeks, bro. You got a lot of stuff that you have to get into, bro. So I mean, you leave on Tuesday, bro. You got to get all of that in.
It all has to be done. It all has
to be done, bro.
I'll do the John Campy show.
Being the linguist that you are, bro.
Tomorrow let's get physical media to talk about that. I mean, it's just an
my gosh,
endless parade.
Yeah, that's
but and then people yelling at me on Twitter, which is I got to stay off Twitter for everything that's going on. I just got to stay off Twitter.
But you won't.
I got to do it because I'm too busy now. I've got too much. But a lot of there's despite all the craziness in the world, there's still a lot of great stuff coming down the pike. I've been building that fan home Millennium Falcon as I get the pieces and getting there's a lot of really fun stuff happening. And if I can just finish this room, my whole room, I got the Mondo case orders coming in from Brian Wong, and I've got to finish paying that off, but that's coming in, and it's gonna be fun. I mean, I can't wait to finally get my action figure collection the way it should be.
Yeah, dude.
I know your collection tour is going to be amazing.
Well, it's not compared to so many, but I have a lot of weird stuff, like that's weird things that not a lot of people.
But that's
perfect.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yep.
Yeah, and to me, like Bob Dylan's collection, that was my inspiration. The way he did it, the way it's kind of. I mean, I wouldn't be that. I don't think I'd be that much, but just because I have lots of weird movie figures and stuff, like characters from movies. Like I bought the Vincent and the Al Pacino and the Al Pacino and Robert De Niro from Heat.
Yeah, man.
I don't know anybody who's gonna buy that. So I love that stuff. Weird movie figures.
I tried, but they canceled them. But anyway,
I have a lot of weird stuff like that. So, and what I want to do is I want to put all my cop figures together. like all the police officers, stuff like that. Because I have both versions of Judge Dredd, you know, the Stallone version and the Carl Urban version. So to put all that stuff together, it's going to be a lot of fun. But I have a lot of weird figures.
Do you have Alex Murphy in the police suit?
I don't. I never got that. But I have the, I should get that stuff. I mean, I wanted to.
You have the Sucker Punch figures. That's what I want. I want to see. I want to see those because that's
they're the baby doll one. I really like. I like that figure a lot, and it's funny because I want to pose her with. I got a couple of these crazy Chinese schoolgirl figures that come with machine guns and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
There's a figure of, like, I guess there's picture books from when you're a Chinese student and you're a kid. And there were these two characters, this boy and this girl, that were in all of these picture books. And they made the figure's great. They made, like, it's a cheesecake baby doll-esque figure of a Chinese schoolgirl. And she comes with a backpack and a little, like, Hello Kitty thing coming out of the backpack. But she's got, like, M16, pink M16s and all these bandoliers all across her. And it's really, awesome. it's really cool. Awesome. I mean, and I got weird figures like that. I don't know, like, why I bought them. I'm just like, that's cool.
That's
and
okay.
then
that's
the weird third-party X-Men figure. So it'll be weird. It'll be a weird collection of things. So,
well, I can't wait to see it. As soon as you get it built.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, yeah. Now, will the shelves still be behind you?
Yes, this is going to be, so there are 3 sections where I'm sitting. If you can imagine, it's like these bookshelves behind me. I'm sitting in a C. So there's a C that comes all the way around me, like the letter C. And my desk is tilted, but what I want to do is straighten it out this way. So now I'll have a D. So it'll be a D with the thing behind me. But then over there's a wall over there where the whole thing is module cases that you can't see. And on the other side of the C is all of my physical media. And what I've always wanted to do is have different places to sit when I do different shows. Yeah. So you would have the action figures behind you, the physical media behind you, and then this behind me, which is everything. But I'm going to turn this and square it off like it was at one point. Just so you can see more. Just there's so much weird stuff in here. I mean, I got a great die-cast Slave One, or I've got Star Wars ships, Star Trek ships, Space 1990. It's just a weird amalgamation of stuff in here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
it's gonna look sweet, dude. Because I want to see it all too, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, Jay, my man, we'll just wrap around. What's up, brother, man?
But I need to run because the dogs need to eat.
Well, then I will speak with you later, Rob. You have a great rest of your night, and we will talk soon.
See you all later.
All right, my friend. Take care, Rob.
All right,
Rob. My man.
Oh, yeah, wait for me. Oh, yeah. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I forgot I was on. I was like,
there you go. There you go.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Appropriate shirt for, that, physical media is going away. But
that's crazy. Even for games, too?
Yeah, we need to talk about that
even
later.
For games?
Dude.
I didn't know
even for games.
What the fuck? What are we going to...
Right.
A whole nother conversation. Jesus Christ, that's just terrible. And I wish we had that conversation with Rob. Jesus, that would have been. Oh my God.
Maybe next week we'll talk about it.
Yeah, please. That's just. I wonder what he thinks about this shit. Yeah, but for me, oh man, thank you for having me tonight. Sorry that I was late. It was just dealing with the kid and all that stuff, being a family man and whatnot. But no, man, thank you for being here. Great show. What I got going on? When I know we want to wrap it up quick. Working on Breakfast with Tiffany, my Chucky fan show, fan show, if you want to call it. The first not trailer, but like the first episode. It's going to be cut up in small episodes. So the first one is going to be out hopefully next week. I know we're trying to get it out before Halloween, so that's going to be fun. You get to watch me talk to dolls. So but it's fun. We had fun shooting and filming it. So that's coming out. Collection tour is coming out. Iron Man, if I could find a way to get it somehow this week, this Iron Man 3 that just dropped, I'm probably going to be doing a quick review on that because it's amazing. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for me. Yeah, just the fan film and some couple of. I got some surprise videos. I've been working on that one. I know a lot of people have been waiting on it. Part 2, the figures that I hate, Hot Toys figures that I hate. Part 2 is coming out, so that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's been a while since you did the first one.
It's been a minute. It has been a minute, but yeah, I was at my brother's house and I was like, oh, he gave me a whole bunch of inspiration for let's just say that Neo is on the list, that the new one, because sorry. But yeah. I thought I would like it more in person, but
no. Well, we'll save your thoughts for the video.
Yep. But thank you for having me. Yep.
Of course, always. Leo, my man. Last but not least.
What's up, brother?
Thank you. Nothing, man. Thanks for coming tonight, man. What you got going on?
Oh man, let's see here. We got Collector's Lounge tomorrow, which could possibly be the last show. It could be.
Really?
It could be.
What?
It could be. Possibly, man. I mean, it's the thing is, I know scheduling is a big issue for a lot of people, and you know, it could be. I'm just kind of just playing it by ear, but you know, been doing it now for a couple of months. You know, for now almost a year. Actually, it has been a year that we've been doing it, and I don't know. It's just again Sunday. I need to clear some space to get some things done, but we may do it tomorrow. It could possibly be the last show, but you know how it is, man. When we're doing certain things, we got to kind of like scale back and think about family. You know what I mean? I got to think about family. I got to think about stuff like this, being up to like 6 a.m. That always plays a heavy role into that. So I got to do what's best, bro. Again, it could possibly be the last show. I'm not really sure, but we'll play it by ear tomorrow. We're going to just talk about, a few things. Monday, of course, comic book talk with friends. Wednesday, Say What Wednesday. And then I don't know if we're doing Uncivilized this week. We didn't do it last week, but I don't know what we'll be doing this week. I'm not really sure. But yeah, and then of course, Figure Flex Friday. I'm dropping the video for Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, Fathers and Sons, Take Your Position. So that's going to be coming up pretty soon. And Take Your Position is going to take on a new image as well, because it's mainly not just posing the figures, but also how to create a great display with the figures itself. So definitely I'll be doing a little bit of that. So yeah, man. Thanks for having me. And yeah.
Of course. Always, guys. Everybody in the chat, subscribe to everybody here if you have not already. Mario, Leo, Jay. I think I got it right. It's all backwards in the camera. But everybody's links are in the description below if you guys already have not, man. What do I got going on? I'm going to do a review for Ghosts and Goblins, and I'm going to do a review for this in-art Gandalf. Hopefully this week I can get it done. And then the 28th of October, so not next Saturday stream, but the stream after, right? So 2 weeks from today, I will be doing a giveaway for the channel members for Halloween, because it's this close to Halloween as we can on the Saturday night shows, the 28th. So I will be giving away a Ghouls and Ghosts arcade cabinet.
Ooh, nice.
On that night, 2 weeks from tonight to celebrate, man. So of course, shout out, man, to New Wave for throwing that in, man. So it's gonna be fun. I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll see what else happens in those 2 weeks from now. But it'll be a fun stream. That's gonna be the 28th, guys. So stay tuned for that. And go ahead.
Also, one other thing, guys, everybody out there who's watching, I am 90 away from 4,000 subscribers. So if you can, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as always, man. I could use your support. So thank you very much.
Yes, dude. Links are in the chat, guys, but I'm going to bring it up anyway right now. For those of you who are still in the chat and are not subscribed, if there are anybody out there that way,
get a little 4K, man. Let's make it happen. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Almost there,
man.
90 is
Almost
not far
there.
away, man.
Almost
90 is
there.
not far away, guys. So, dude, well, if not probably this weekish, I'm sure. End of month, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta get a little 4K,
Almost
guys.
there,
We're
bro. Almost there.
Almost there.
Hell,
Get you there,
yeah,
brother.
Dude.
Let's do it.
That's gonna be shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, almost there, guys. So if you're watching on the replay, guys, subscribe to 16skill, if you have not already. And yeah, I don't know. We're always bad at goodbyes, or at least I am. So I guess we're out of here. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Tuesday, I'll probably do a show. I was supposed to do it this Tuesday, but I didn't because Yost hit me up, and I was like, I didn't want to do 2 shows, so I didn't do the Tuesday. So Ahsoka's over, so I should be back on Tuesday. So, but yeah, who knows? I guess we'll find out Tuesday. Peace out, guys.